This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. This broadcast is presented by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? Visit gocurrency.com. And by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com.
And welcome to Al Papik Field. Doane University hosting Midland University in a Saturday afternoon clash. Brandon Axemet, Andy Klassen with you here in Crete, Nebraska. Rainy, damp, cool. That is not going to keep the Tigers and the Warriors from doing battle here on the gridiron. We are looking forward to a good one, Andy, a battle of undefeated teams here in the GPAC.
Yeah, both teams kind of riding high here early in the season. Last week had a thriller versus Concordia. Doane edged them out. A lot of that came through the special teams. And you know, I was listening to a little pregame. They're blasting AC/DC, and it's how fitting. They're back in black, back at Al Papik here, and looking to square off with another hot team, as you mentioned, Midland, who's actually 2-0 because they got that week 0 game in under their belt.
You mentioned the Tigers' victory, 12-10 over Concordia, right here on this field last week. Midland is sitting at 2-0, the week 0 victory over St. Mary's, 64-10, so a dominant victory to start off their season. They're coming off a hard-fought battle against Hastings. They came out on top 14-10 last Saturday as well to be 2-0 entering today.
Yeah, so you really got to like that as a Warrior fan, Midland Warrior fan. You can win in a couple of different varieties there. You can win through the blowout, really put it on teams with your prolific offense. You can also grind out a victory over a team like Hastings, you know, in the GPAC. So a lot of good things going on right now for Midland. And, of course, Doane coming off that thriller over a conference foe in Concordia.
Well, let's talk key players. We're going to start with the home team, Doane Tigers, and in that game, 12-10, all points were scored by a kicker. And so when you do that, you are going to be Mr. Player that we highlight in the pregame, and it's that guy right there, Kellen Myers, freshman from Ord, Nebraska, 4 of 5, including a game winner with just over a minute to go. That young man is the definition of special teams winning you football games.
And he takes care of all the kicking responsibilities for this Tigers team. And a pretty impressive guy. I interviewed him as player of the game last week in the post game, and just so impressed with how he handles himself, his business, and talking about mental strength and how it's more on the mental side than the physical side, especially when you're talking about the kicking game in special teams. And I'll tell you what, Brandon, he lives it, because he started the game with a punt that actually netted negative yards, then bounced back, hit the game winner, a 47-yarder as time expired. So you want to talk about mental fortitude and bouncing back and sticking with it? That's Kellen Meyer.
On the flip side for Midland, we are highlighting the Warriors' leading rusher, and that is Trevor Jones. He has 231 yards so far this season in 2 games, and also a touchdown. He's averaging 6 yards per carry, and this is an offense that loves to run the ball. He is at the forefront of that attack.
Yeah, and he has just he's a powerful guy, over 200 pounds, about 5'8", very tough to bring down. You always hear get lower than the lowest. Well, usually Trevor Jones is the low man, and he's grinding away for extra yardage, especially when he's fighting through the trenches.
So we are determining who's going to be kicking where. We are 2 minutes and change away from the start of this one. Let's take a look at our starting lineups, brought to you by certified Piedmontese beef. First off here for the Doane Tigers, Michael Pulliam. He had his first start here last week. He's going to look to add to that. Frazee Wynn, your running back, and Payne Lambert and Cooper, your receivers. The big boys up front paving the way for this Doane Tiger offense. Then flipping it over on the defensive side. Pretty happy about only giving up 10 points last week, Chris Bessler, head coach. You have the 3-man front, 4 linebackers, and then you have an experienced secondary, Wiggins, Bates, and Gooch. They've been there for several years. Now on the flip side for Midland, Garrison Beach, he is a quarterback that has thrown for nearly 200 yards and 4 touchdowns. He helps lead the attack along with Trevor Jones. And Kylan Coates, he had 2 big touchdowns last week against Hastings in that victory. Lastly, the Warrior defense, they have a 4-man front led by Van Winkle, Ethan Lipsis, and Havlovic, all battling in the trenches. We'll take a quick break, come back with Kick here in Crete.
You're watching Doane Tigers football on News Channel Nebraska. The pregame show is brought to you by Ken's U-Save Pharmacy in Crete.
And so, Andy, with that wraps up our Ken's U-Save Pharmacy pregame show. The Doane Tigers will be kicking things off to Midland.
That's right, we got her in there, and on top of that, we're going to get best on best here. You talk about that defense for Doane, that's their strong suit. We'll flip it over to Midland. Their offense is straight up humming early on in the season.
You have the return here by Lipsis, brought down near the 25.
So yeah, we're going to see strength on strength here. Midland's offense squaring off with Doane's defense to kick things off.
Again, Midland sitting at 2-0, victories over St. Mary and more recently Hastings 14-10. It was a game where they scored about halfway through the 4th quarter to give them the victory in a hard-fought battle with the Broncos. Someone's going to have to lose here today. We'll figure out who it is as these two unbeatens battle. And great job filling the hole there.
Ty Martinson blowing that play up, and then there's other D linemen and linebackers crashing in, finishing off the initial run here for Midland.
That is the definition of stopping something before it starts. Nowhere to go for Jones there on first down.
You can see what head coach Jeff Jamrog, name many viewers might recognize, had some time with the Husker program. He's trying to establish the run here early on for this Warrior offense.
Now you have the play action. Pass is complete.
Ball might have come out.
Number 4, Trevor Jones.
Catch was made by Havlovic.
45, Chandler Pullen.
He's a Prague native. Played his ball at East Butler. We're now in the first quarter, which is brought to you by John Henry's. Our family serving yours. John Henry's our first quarter sponsor here on News Channel Nebraska. Sets up a 3rd down and about 5. Another passing situation and incomplete. The Doane Tigers force a 3-and-out.
Oh man, Beach is going to want that one back. That was a combination route. He just looked up the wrong receiver. His wide guy came free as 2 defenders went inside, and that's where he went with the ball. He's fortunate he didn't get picked off.
So right off the bat, Midland is forced to punt here. Little damp and rainy, but not much wind to speak of as that one goes off the side of the foot of the punter. You see a unhappy Cole Lundy there who just sort of shanked that one.
Yeah, frustrated with himself there. Senior out of Lincoln, Nebraska. And I think we're already seeing some effects. You just mentioned it, the wet, damp conditions. That might have slipped off the side of his foot there.
So great field position for the Tigers for their opening drive. They start in Midland territory on the 38. And Pulliam just not quite on the mark there. He's trying to hit Wynn on the out route.
But I like that play call, short pass. That's where Pulliam's most comfortable, when he's in that shotgun look and getting the ball out of his hands in a hurry.
Now both of these teams, they'd prefer to run it more than pass in terms of their offensive strong suit, but we're seeing them elect to go to the air.
I think both these offensive coordinators are kind of trying to use a little bit of that short passing game to set up their run game.
So handoff to Win. Nowhere to go. He was brought down by Caden Miller.
I think Van Winkle, the big defensive lineman, got in there as well. Out of Kearney, Nebraska.
Van Winkle. Had the wrong number 96, Andy. Appreciate you helping me out there. Van Winkle, credit to him.
Hey, we're a team up here in the booth as well.
That is right. 6'3", 240 pounds sophomore making the play. We are 2 minutes in, 3rd down and long. And Pulliam is hit as he throws, and that one sails out of bounds to bring up 4th down.
And Havlick was able to apply the pressure there, and as you mentioned, that really forced Pulliam not only to move the pocket outside, but he had to release that ball a little earlier than I think he wanted to.
So we talked about this young man, Kellen Meyer. Why not see this right away? A 54-yard attempt coming up here for the freshman. It looks to have the distance.
Wow.
And nailed Kellen Meyer.
Wow.
54-yarder to put the Tigers on the board.
The freshman out of Ord, Nebraska, already making his presence felt here this afternoon. I mean, it's been all special teams for Doane. You had the shank punt on the one side, and the offense didn't do a whole lot, but got a couple of yards, got a little closer, and then Kellen Meyer, the sure leg kicker, young kicker for Doane, did the rest. Tigers up 3.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Welcome back, 3-0. Doane with the lead thanks to a 54-yard field goal by Kellen Meyer, who continues his hot start to the season after what he did last week.
You know, I was thinking he had a great angle because he was on the near hash, so he could really put his leg into it and push it through the uprights, not trying to really steer the ball, you know, back across his body or anything like that. Conducive situation early on, and watching him in pregame, we knew he had plenty of leg to boot a 54-yarder, and he actually saw it in the game to start things off here.
There's a carry for Tyson Denkert. You know, we talked a lot about Trevor Jones, but Denkert is really provides that 1-2 punch because he has 131 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns to his name as well.
Yeah.
And he's a freshman that hails from Kennesaw, Nebraska.
Kennesaw, you know some folks out in that area.
Just a few.
But that's really, you know, kind of a linchpin of a lot of good rushing offenses. You don't have one good tailback, you have 2. So not surprised a Jeff Jamrog coach team has a couple of backs that are more than capable of toting the rock.
On the reception, number 9.
So there's a completion to Jordell Lacey, senior from Omaha. First down for Midland.
And that's the type of play that this Warrior offense was looking for. Move the stick, start a drive, put something together here after that 3 and out to start things off.
Now to the ground. Short pickup by Denkert.
Those are tough yards. Those are really tough yards to come by head coach Chris Bessler. He's the defensive coordinator. He's always heavily involved with the game plan on the defensive side. And he'll allow for that one-on-one matchup on the outside. You know, if you're going to want to try and test their corners, so be it. But he does not like to give up that easy yardage on 1st and 2nd and 3rd down through the running game.
Well, nowhere to go there for Isaiah Tucker. Hitting the backfield and taken down.
That was Ryan Michael making his presence known there. Getting off his block, keeping his feet. Tackle for loss, TFL. You love to see that if you're a defensive coordinator.
That brings up 3rd and long here for the Warriors.
And looks like Doane's changing things up here in a cover 3. That means one high safety over top of it all.
Pass is incomplete. They'll be forced to punt.
Wiseman with the tight coverage. So impressed with what he did last week against Concordia. Looks like he's carrying that momentum with him over here into week 2 as well. You knew it was a passing situation. He was on his receiver like glue.
And a much better punt here for Midland. And it's attempted to be field. And the ball was put on the ground, but luckily for Doane, he hopped back on it.
Yeah, Wiseman able to jump back on it there. And yeah, much better punt there for Lundy. Good to see him getting back on track.
So Doane will start on their own 25. Wynn gets the handoff. Looks to have lost a yard.
Yeah, regardless if you use the pass to set up the run or you want to get a little flashy, you can't get away from the running game. And that's what you're seeing with Doane right there. Staying disciplined, not getting ahead of themselves in the playbook. Trying to instill that running game early here.
Now the pitch to Wynn, who looks to bounce it outside. And a much better gain there to set up 3rd and short.
He's so shifty, and did you see the patience there? He got behind his block, made a little move inside, then bounced it out, picked up some big yards. Now we got a very manageable 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2 here for this Tiger offense.
Five wide for the Tigers. Pulliam going up top, and he overshoots Cooper on that one.
Cooper just couldn't get any separation there. They got the look they were after, the one-on-one to the top of your screen. Tip your cap to Midland, though, getting in that 4-man front. They showed blitz. They backed off. Multiple looks pre-snap. Defense holds.
Another look courtesy of Beatrice Community Hospital. The Tigers will punt it back to Midland. Punt fielded right at about the 27 and not much of a return.
Tell you what, that was a heck of a reception there for Rose. Getting his hands above his helmet to kind of catch that line drive punt from player we highlighted, Kellen Meyer. End over end punt.
So now the 3rd offensive drive for the Warriors. You have Levi Markey in the backfield. Markey gets the carry. Hard run there.
And once again, that's tough yardage. Took on a couple of hits there. Initially, I believe that was Jared Smith laying the lick, the 213-pound junior out of San Antonio, Texas.
Well, now Midland going for a pass up top, and that was intended for
Think they're
Preston
gonna get-
Williams, but yeah, there's a flag.
I think they're going to get Williams on the offensive pass interference. Today's officials: head referee Andrew Fulton, Seth Salker, Tom Behrens, Aaron Christians, Peyton Mueller, Paul Van Moren, and Maxwell Morris will be our back judge. I believe that was Van Moren there with the call, and yes, that was offensive pass interference. Look at the late push right there.
You just can't do that.
Well, Cade Wiseman did a heck of a job getting position, and he would have been able to make a play had it not been for that shove in the back. So, in a way, I think you're okay with that offensive pass interference on Williams. You don't want to put your quarterback or leave him out there to dry on an underthrown ball down the sideline.
And that's a matchup to watch because it was 6'3" versus 5'9". Williams being the 6'3", but was tagged for the flag. And speaking of flags, we have one in the backfield as well.
And that's usually in the neighborhood of holding. And, I mean, as usual, Chris Bessler's on point calling this defense. Drops everybody into coverage. Nobody's open. And then the rush and finally gets home.
No gain on the play. 3rd down and 20.
I mean, when you have multiple offensive linemen throwing their hands up in the air saying, "Not me, not me," it almost kind of helps the official draw the flag out.
On back-to-back penalties, making it 3rd and long for Midland.
5 wide, here we go.
Here comes the pressure from Doane. The throw is away, but it's not going to be near enough for a first down.
Number 2, Markey.
Completion to Markey.
The delayed blitz causing problems. I think you got to credit Beach, though, doing a nice job, not putting the ball in harm's way, trying to buy himself some time. Does end up with the completion here.
And it's another hold.
My goodness, we have another hold.
Holding penalty is declined by the Tigers. It'll be 4th down.
And Doane's going to go ahead and decline that one, not give him another play to work with. It is 3rd and 20, even after declining the penalty. Interesting call. I think I wouldn't have scoffed either way, but the way Doane's been able to get on the board was through special teams and the field position. Back them up another 10. Have faith in your defense. Get that yardage.
Another spiraling punt. This time it's fielded cleanly. Fair catch made near the 25.
Perfect. Perfect execution there. You had the gunners barreling down on you. Wiseman was in his back pedal, calls for the fair catch. Makes it look easy, Brandon, but I'll tell you what, that is not an easy play to make.
Well, coverage of today's game is presented by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details.
Ooh.
And hard hit as the catch is made. It'll be complete, and well done there by Jeremiah Payne to hold on.
Yeah, JP knew he was going to pay the price, still makes the catch on 1st down, and that's the type of play that Pulliam, the young quarterback, really needed. A completion, build on that confidence. You have a guy like a JP that will go make you a play even though he knew he was going to take a shot.
2nd and 2. And it is a designed run there for Adam Wasserman. Doing the Wildcat there. I mean, he has some experience playing quarterback. Not only in high school, but he's played quarterback for Doane as well in years past. Coverage of Doane football here on News Channel Nebraska is brought to you in part thanks to Crete Area Medical Center. Crete Area Medical Center in Wilbur and Friend, where they also have medical clinics.
Yeah, you're exactly right. His sophomore year, he was the starting quarterback for this Tiger offense, and talked to the coaching staff during the offseason. coming into his junior year campaign and said, look, I feel like I'm a better fit at H-back or tight end. Like, I'd rather be utilized like that, and kind of speaks to what type of a team player he really is, giving up the keys of the offense as a starting returning quarterback, thinking that he could help the offense in a more versatile role from that H-back spot. And you saw it right there, picking up the first down.
He had a completion to Payne, but there's also a flag here. So a lot of laundry early on in this one.
I was going to say, Andrew Fulton, the referee here, they're getting their work in early for this game.
This is against the Tigers.
This is always so difficult, overcoming that 10-yard penalty, especially after you saw some positives, couple completions, picking up a first down. Now you find yourself way behind the sticks, 1st and 20.
So 4 wide here for Doane on 1st and long. Midland showing pressure. Goes to win for a short pickup, 2, maybe 3.
And that's yardage that Midland was willing to give up on a 1st and very long. They're just trying to keep everything in front of them. Got 2 over the top, 2 safeties over the top, kind of that Tampa 2 that Tony Dungy made kind of famous in his Tampa Bay Buccaneer days.
Well, same formation for the Tigers here on 2nd. You have Garcia motioning across. And pass incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
Just off the hands of the receiver there.
Multiple button hooks there, and Bullion put it where it needed to be, and that would have put him in a 3rd and long, nevertheless, but a 3rd and way more manageable there. About a 3rd and 10, maybe a 3rd and 9, had that pass been hauled in. Again, it's a tough catch. It's a bang-bang play. Defense was on you, but some of those plays loom large down the stretch.
It was Noah Ackerman, the intended target. It's now 3rd and long. Going for it all up the sideline, incomplete as well. That time it was for Colby Frazier.
And Frazier kind of had a hiccup here in his route. Had he been running the whole way, he would have caught that ball in stride, and he still might be running into the end zone here. I don't know if that was by design or maybe a little miscommunication there on the route.
And a low rugby punt gets out quick, and not much of a return there.
That was Rose again back there, and I mean, that kick went from the top of your screen and cut across the field to the bottom, so he had to move kind of in a horizontal fashion there just to make the catch, and then had his feet get tied up a little bit. The old turf monster got kind of sprung up and got him.
There's a decent pickup on the ground on 1st down there for Jones.
That play looks like it's going to, manufacture more yards than it actually does. It's a 3-man front. They've caught him a couple times with a slant going to the top of your screen, and Jones is sliding behind that. But these active linebackers and your defensive backs, they are so quick to read and react and close in. It really limits the yardage when you think you have something.
Back to Jones. He is swung to the ground and taken down by Anthony Adams.
And that's the push you want to see from your offensive linemen. Hicks, Phillips, those big fellas up front paving the way. Seen that a couple of times now where that hard count has gotten Doane to get in the neutral zone, but they get back in time to where no offsides penalty is called.
And also, we do have River Walker in at quarterback. Good coverage there on the play. Well, and as I say that, the flag flies. It was Wiseman on the coverage.
He had that right hand on the back of the receiver, and had he not used that for just a little leverage coming across to swat that ball away, I think the official would have allowed that, but it kind of looked like he turned the receiver around a little bit with his right hand while he was swatting the ball away with his left.
Here's another look.
First and 10 for the Warriors.
And yeah, to your point, he did have that right arm wrapped around him, and he thought he made a good play.
Very short celebration there, followed by a head shake.
So that penalty puts Midland now in Doane territory. We're nearing the 4-minute mark here in the first quarter. Tigers leading 3-0. Jones with a head of steam. He's still going. It's close to a first down.
Number 4.
And Jones doing a really nice job there. Callan Phillips, offensive lineman, just riding him, allowing him to drive his defender back. He did a nice job just riding his hip, picking up some big yards on first down.
Second down and 2.
This Warrior offense has a drive going here.
Walker rolling out, completes the pass. Now still going is Brody Anderson.
First down reception.
Before finally being pushed out.
Number 87.
Big kid, Brody, 6'3", out of Manson, Iowa, breaking a tackle, picking up a first down. And I mean, that happened in a hurry there. That was a heck of a job by Beach, getting rid of the ball in a hurry.
The Warriors continuing to march down the field. Ball now on the 25.
And excuse me, this is River Walker, isn't it? In at quarterback right now. Don't know if Beach got injured or what the case may be, but that was a heck of a play for River, knowing he was going to take a shot, but still able to put that ball on the money.
Is that a 4-yard pickup there by Jones?
Second down and 7 at the 22.
Walker in the gun. And he's going for the end zone. Deflected, but we have another penalty.
A lot of contact here. Curious to see which way this is going to go.
It was Gooch on the coverage.
And I mean, he was into the receiver. He was tight, but he also had that push off at the end there.
Pass interference against Doane.
That's going to be a 15 yards, just regular defensive pass interference. I thought the way Preston Williams kind of shoved back at the end there, officials might let that contact go. Not the case.
So now, after the penalty, it's first and goal to go from the 7. Jones brought down now inside the 5.
Talked about the pregame when we were highlighting players to watch out for. Trevor Jones was at the top of our list, talking about how he gets short, or he's not short, but he's not tall, but he gets lower than the lowest. You saw it right there. Great sense of balance, able to kind of bounce off that first would-be tackler. It's all about pad level.
Second and goal from the 4. Jones will get it again. This time stood up and not much there. That Tiger front 3 plugging things up.
Try to keep his feet moving, pumping there, but defense finally does get there. As you mentioned, that was good team defense. Stopping the initial surge, and you had multiple linebackers rally up and help make the play.
So a big third down. Ball on the 4. This time Walker keeps it. And there is another pass interference, or It's going to be a defensive holding call on the secondary of Doane.
I think they're going to get Gooch again.
And you could see the jersey pull from here in the press box.
And had Gooch Jr. not kind of tugged his jersey a little bit there, I've been there as a defensive back. That might have been an easy snag in the back of the end zone. You'd much rather have that flag be thrown than to give up a would-be touchdown reception. Oh,
So
they're going to wave it off.
Perhaps uncatchable.
And see, this is when I would
There's another
celebrate as a defensive back, after they pick the flag up. So that's just like the Wiseman play, where his hand was on the back. They'll let that go as long as he didn't tug. And I didn't see any tug there on the replay. He didn't pull the receiver back.
Well, it's 4th and goal. And so the Midland Warriors are going to look to try to tie things here with a short chip shot. Jared Quinones splits the uprights. And so we are tied 3-3 with just over a minute to go here in the first. Stay with us. You're watching Doane football on News Channel Nebraska.
Is it time for something different? Then come out to Crete Ace Hardware, where you can view our selection of Magnum e-bikes with several different models to choose from. Your ride will be a breeze. Or maybe an IMAX scooter is more your style? And you can spice up your cookout with our large inventory of grills and smokers. From classic brands like Traeger and Weber to harder to find brands like Green Egg. Let our outstanding customer service find the right fit for you. Try something different at Crete Ace Hardware, located at 1025 Main Avenue, Crete, Nebraska.
We are all tied up here at Al Papik Field. Special teams doing the scoring thus far. Chip shot there put in by Jared Quinones, all the way from Tijuana, Mexico.
Hey, that's a refreshing sight to see, you know, here in Nebraska, seeing special teams on collegiate football coming through. 54-yard field goal made, rainy conditions. It can be done, Brandon. It can be done.
You know, that is a good thing to be aware of.
Midland and Doane showing us the way.
And Quinones doing the kicking off duties as well. Good coverage by the Midland special teams.
On the tackle, 25, Brady Martin. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 15.
Let's go 6. Come on. Here we go, kid.
Okay, so the defense gave up the field goal, but they held strong in the red zone. Okay, now this is where the offense kind of has to pick up the defense. That was a long, grueling drive. Midland finally able to get their running game going, churning there that last time out. You want to see a little bit of a drain sustained here if you're a Tiger fan.
Well, look out. Nice gain there by Dante Wiggins III.
He was such a critical part to their offense success last week. Not surprised they're going back to the two-way player here early in this first half. Dante Wiggins busting through.
Doubles as a DB and an RB.
I mean, we see that even at the Class B and A levels here in high school ball, but you don't see it too often on the collegiate level.
That puts the Doane Tigers on the 38. Right back to him. This time, there's nothing there.
But do you see how Midland right away made the adjustment, brought an extra body into the box there. So now you have that one-on-one coverage that you love to see as a quarterback. Your receivers have more of an opportunity to go and make a play.
Pulliam again going up top. This one through the hands of Chandler Cooper. And again, perhaps sort of the wet circumstances maybe causing that one to slip through the fingertips.
Yeah, could have played a part, but Pulliam put that right where it needed to be, down the sideline, just dropped it right in the bucket. Oh man, you know Chandler Cooper, he wants that opportunity back.
So 3rd down and 9 now for Doane. 25 seconds left in the opening quarter here on News Channel Nebraska. Pulliam with time. Pass is complete, nowhere to go there for
flag.
Payne, and yes, there is laundry on the field.
Penalty marker on the play.
But not converting on second down allowed the Midland defense to get back in a 3 deep and keep everything in front of them. Really changed what type of defense of look they were going to get on third down.
Penalty is declined. It's 4th down and long.
So this will be a punting situation for Doane after the penalty is declined. Coverage today is brought to you in part thanks to Citibank and Trust in Crete and Lincoln. Citibank and Trust, member FDIC.
Time winding down in this first quarter. Not sure if we can get this playoff or not.
We're going to let it wind down. So 1 quarter in the books here at Al Papik Field. 3-3 is your score on the Currency Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Stay with us. We'll be back with more college football here on News Channel Nebraska.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams. Financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Welcome back. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen. Start of the second quarter is a Doane punt. Not much on the return. All special teams in terms of the scoring, Andy, in the first quarter. A 54-yarder by Kellen Meyer for Doane to get the scoring started. And then towards the end of the quarter, Midland answers back with a short little field goal. They all count the same. It was Jared Quinones knocking it in.
And how valuable is Kellen Meyer to this Tiger team? I mean, you saw the rugby-style type of punts when it was raining and they were going into the wind. Right there just sent a booming, towering traditional punt, flipping the field position.
There is a nice run by Levi Markey.
Markey, another one of those backs that are plus 200 pounds for this Warrior offense. Just bruisers out there toting the rock for the Warrior offense.
I mean, between Jones, Denkert, and Markey,
about 700 pounds of running back right there.
Not making it easy on their defensive foes. This time it's play action. And picked off. Interception here for Doane. It's Dante Wiggins, the third, with the INT. And the Tigers have great field position here to start the second.
I mean, that was executed to perfection. It looked like one-on-one coverage, and Wiggins snuck back into his center field position there and pounced on it. That's what the Tiger was looking for. They baited him into that throw, and Dante Wiggins, the third, said, "Thank you very much. I'll take this back the other way."
So this drive will start on the Midland 35. 4 wide here on first down. Win alongside Pulliam in the gun. And look out, Pulliam is taken down. Chase Lipsis, the Fremont native, a heat-seeking missile on that one.
Yeah, Midland getting a little creative there. I think you saw multiple, different movement up on the front line, and just your one-on-one matchups. That defensive front won on that time. Big loss on first down.
So 9-yard sack pitch here to win. Gets about 6, maybe 7 of those yards back.
Excellent decision there from Frazee Wynn. Not bouncing it outside, just taking the yardage that the defense was willing to give him. The containment was there, and he put his foot in the ground, got north and south in a hurry.
So 3rd and long, and hit as soon as he catches it.
By number 2,
Was
Garcia.
J-Bot Garcia. So decision-making time here, but when you have Kellen Meyer, maybe not so much of a decision. Hey, we're kicking.
Yeah, I was going to say he's kicking one way or the other, whether it's a punt or a field goal, but it looks like the field goal unit's back out there. That could be some critical yardage picked up there by the young man out of Yakima, Washington. Garcia with the catch.
He hit a 54-yarder. This is 49, so this should be cake for Meyer. It's going to be close, and it's off. Off the crossbar.
My goodness, he had the leg just a little left. And that was a completely different angle. You know, he was cutting into that one versus that 54-yarder.
So let's get another look.
Can't get much closer than this.
1st and 10 for the Warriors at the 33.
Oh, and as a kicker, you hate that sound.
So close, yet so far for Meyer.
You know, you don't mind it so much if the ball would have found its way through the uprights. You're okay with it, but
right.
Not in that instance.
There should be extra style points if you hit an upright or a crossbar and it still goes in.
Get that half point.
You can talk to the rules committee on that.
Go ahead and write the GPAC conference a
there we
letter.
go.
Let me know how that goes. Officials doing a good job talking it over, making sure they got the placement right after the field goal attempt.
So Midland now will take over on their own 32. No harm, no foul for them regarding that interception.
Levi Markey keeping his feet, sheds that early would-be tackler. And this isn't a good spot for Doane to be in right here. Midland's offense starting to get that running game going. They put together a drive, got a field goal, go right back to the ground. Nice pickup on 1st down.
So 2nd and 3, right back to Markey. It's going to make this 3rd and short. We're about 4 minutes into this 2nd quarter, which is brought to you thanks to Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Husker Rehab. Third down and 1 for Midland as the Warriors approach midfield. 3rd consecutive carry for Markey. He'll get the 1st down and then some. Finally brought down at the 50. 9-yard pickup.
And that was all Markey with that vision as he got the ball deep in the backfield there. I mean, kind of like my quarterback under center, you know, bang, bang, you just need short yardage. But being set off the line like that allowed Markey to kind of see where the holes were being plugged up, and he had the wherewithal to cut left and pick it up.
Now Walker's going to keep it.
Walker on the carry.
Picks up 7, and we have a late flag coming in the backfield.
Uh-oh.
This does not look good.
This does not. I think this is a personal foul. This might be an ejection. I mean, so the referee's going to talk to Bessler, head coach Chris Bessler.
It was Ty Barbizon, number 99 for Doane, that the referee got after right away and pointed to the sideline.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate, but the offensive lineman kind of doubled over there like he might have taken a shot south of the border, Brandon.
Ejection.
So here's another look at it on the right side of your screen.
They're hung up for a while. Yeah, you hate to see that, and I mean it was right in front of the referee as well. Just kind of an easy call and uncalled for too. You know, you had two competitors going at it, and one kind of lost their cool.
And so Barbizon ejected. Again, that's your starting defensive lineman, a senior, so he's a vital part of that front three for Doane, and that's certainly, you'll think, will impact the Tigers for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to see the 15-yards given up on this drive where you're seeing Midland's offense really start clicking, but then make matters worse, throw a little salt in the wound, you lose your senior defensive lineman as well.
So 2nd and 6 now, Midland marching down the field, ball on the 24. We have a pre-snap whistle.
I think some guys got going a little early. Might have to back this one up 5.
False start is the call against Midland. Five-yard penalty. It will be
Just
2nd down and 11.
Under 10 minutes to go till halftime. 3-3 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A-stop today.
Now let's see if this penalty kind of knocks this offense off kilter, because they've been humming right along these past couple of drives.
Back to Markey.
Markey on the carry.
Tackled by Anthony Adams and company.
So he's able to get back that 4 or 5 yards lost on the previous play. Still going to be a 3rd and long, though.
3rd and 7.
Oh, River Walker might have to put this one in the air. Looks like they're going with a 3 wide set. 2 to the top of your screen. Yeah, multiple back offense here. H back in motion.
Plenty of time for Walker. Has his receiver and a great read there by Cedric Gooch. That is an experienced DB making a play.
I mean, if he would have got that ball out earlier, it looked like a breakdown, but the athleticism and speed of Gooch Jr., he was able to recover and get back and make the play. Look at this. 2 guys go in, receiver coming free. Gooch Jr. knew he was in trouble. As I was saying, that speed and athleticism, he was able to get back in time.
So Quinones gonna try to give Midland the lead here. It's a 43-yard attempt. And it's through. So the Warriors have their first lead of the afternoon, 6-3. Your score here at Al Papik Field. We'll be back.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
And welcome back here to Al Papik Field. 6-3 your score, almost at the halfway point of the second quarter. Brandon Axement, Andy Klassen with you for this one. Hope you're enjoying some G-Pack football here on this Saturday on News Channel Nebraska.
You know, kind of a typical 3-4 defense here. Head coach Chris Bessel likes to lean on it, and still with this Doane University Tiger football team, they bend, they don't break. They give up some yardage, you know, between the 20s, but once that offense starts getting into the red zone area, yards are a lot tougher to come by, limiting Midland to only 2 field goal attempts past couple occasions as they take that 3-point lead.
First and 10 for the Tigers at the 25.
And so Doane, the last time they had the ball was on the heels of an interception. A penalty sort of stalled out the drive. It was a 49-yard field goal attempt, rather, by Kellen Meyer off the crossbar, so it kept it 3-3 for the time being. Then Midland answered back with that Quinones field goal to make it 6-3, which is where we stand.
Yeah, there's just so much momentum and energy coming off the sideline for Doane after that turnover. We mentioned Dante Wiggins, the third, coming over from that free safety spot, taking it the other way after the pick. And then on first down, a 10 or 11-yard loss really just squashed that. Didn't give the offense a fair shake there to put together any kind of a drive.
Now Pulliam pressured out of the pocket. He's taken down. The ball may have popped out.
Midland says they have it.
Waiting for an official signal. There's a flag. A lot going on here.
And it's going to be a personal foul well after the play. Midland does recover the late fumble.
Covered by Midland. Penalty marker on the play.
So to your point, Andy, yes, Midland ball. They recovered, and it looks like they'll probably be marched back a little bit afterwards.
I mean, that just comes down to a matter of discipline. We saw a Tiger lose his head a little earlier, then a Warrior returns the favor after the play, Brandon. Nothing's more frustrating than that. And you had a prime spot there for your offense. You're given 15 yards back.
It's Uwidi Mo who got to Pulliam first and popped the ball out.
To the 38-yard
So that ball would have been about at the 25-yard line. Now it's back nearly to the 40.
Come on, defense, pick this up here. No tight end.
Jones gets the carry on first down.
Those are tough yards.
3 hard yards. You wouldn't have it any other way.
Big fella, A-squared, Anthony Adams. Big defensive lineman, low center of gravity. He's going to have to put in a lot of work this afternoon. Going to play a key role as that nose guard. Making the tackle that last play.
Jones, second carry in a row, no gain on the play.
On the carry by number 4, Jones.
I mean, give a lot of credit to these linebackers for Doane University. Taking on a block, still blowing the play up, and then multiple guys coming in to finish it off. That's team defense to a capital T right there, Brandon.
Chandler pulling with the tackle. Reminder that coverage today of Doane's football game is brought to you in part thanks to Fisher's Beer, Wine, and Spirits, located in Crete. Fisher's Beer, Wine, and Spirits, it's all you need to know.
Yes, sir, good buddy. We got more college football this afternoon and into the night. I know where I'm stopping on the way home.
I mean, you have a college football doubleheader. We have Doane here this afternoon, Wayne State tonight.
Awesome.
UNK was on Thursday. You know, that supplements everything else we do on NCN. It's a good day to be a football fan.
So we this week alone, we've done 3 high school games, live broadcast, and 3 collegiate games, UNK, Pittsburgh State, Wayne State, and here we go with Midland and Doane University. Quite a slate of football across the board. Now, hold on, let me get off my soapbox here. There we go.
Well, it is a big 4th and 1 if you were going to get off it just for a moment. We'll see what happens here. Looks like the Warriors are going to go for it. And it's going to be a first down and then some. Very hard run there by Markey to move the chains.
Nothing flashy, just putting a lot of faith in Levi Markey to make the play. And he does. Just goes left, puts his head down off the handoff, breaks the plane, and then some. And this defense has been out on the field for a very, very long time. Time of possession lopsided, to say the least, here in the first half. Midland taking full advantage, putting together some drives.
Walker will keep it. Halfway hurdled a Doane defender. That was Caden Doolittle flying in there.
Had he not gone airborne, he would have taken quite a shot from Doolittle. Still, you put yourself in kind of a vulnerable spot when you leave your feet. Especially with an aggressive defense like Doane, where there's so many of those black helmets around the ball at all times. River Walker's going to have to be careful.
Doolittle has a nose for the ball. He and Martinson leading in the tackle department with 7 apiece entering today. That one coming off that Concordia game. Here's Markey with room to run. Lowers his shoulder and look out. That's a first down.
You really got to appreciate what head coach Jeff Jamrog from Midland and his offensive coaches are doing right now. They're not getting too flashy. They're keeping the ball on the ground. They'll run left, then pound it back right. I mean, they're kind of keeping the defense, more than honest, but they're keeping them guessing, even though they're keeping the ball on the ground.
So it's 1st and goal to go from the 6. One-on-one coverage to the outside. It's incomplete.
Excellent coverage. Once again, Gooch Jr. getting into the receiver, but not shoving off, not grabbing or pulling. He's got a right to that space just as much as the receiver does. That's why the flag was not thrown, even though he had the receiver and the DB kind of into one another right there.
So now 2nd down. Markey gets it. And
oh my gosh.
Look at that extra effort. He's still going to be just short, but my, oh my, that was impressive.
When you got workhorses like Trevor Jones, and now we're seeing Levi Markey, just don't overthink it. Give these workhorse backs the ball and let them create.
So they spot him down at the 1. 3rd and goal. And Walker going for the sneak. And there's no signal yet.
Midland's saying he broke the plane. Saying he's got in.
Nothing from the line
There
judge, and there's the signal. The Warriors find the end zone. And now have a 9-point lead. The first touchdown of the game thus far.
Midland gets the short field, and a River runs through it. River Walker with the 1-yard touchdown run.
Number 19, Jared Quinones.
So now, Warriors looking to make this a double-digit lead. Just over 3.5 to play before the break. And it's through. Your score, Midland 13, Doane 3. Here with 3:36 to go, you are watching college football on News Channel Nebraska.
From small businesses to families, farmers, and more, we're here to serve our fellow friends and neighbors.
Your community is our community. Your goals are our goals.
We've increased our footprint and expanded our service and dedication to you, our valued customers.
Things may look a little different now, but our values and commitment remain the same.
Without you, we wouldn't be here 3 decades later.
Welcome back. Brandon Axsmith, Andy Klassen with you here on News Channel Nebraska. 2 Nebraska NAIA programs going at it. Midland with the 10-point lead after that River Walker quarterback sneak. Plenty of time, Andy, though, for Doane here before halftime to see if they can answer back.
Right, and we saw it, throughout this first half. Midland's offense, they put together some drives but kind of stall out. Then you saw the defense help the offense, creates a turnover, gives them the short field, and then the offense able to get one in the end zone. This would be a nice spot for the Doane offense to kind of help out their defense. Put together a drive, maybe get a score in here before they head into half, because it's looking to me like that defense, been all that time out on the field, they're a little gassed right now. They're a little tired.
So touchback. We'll have the Tigers start here at the 25.
And then coming back out in their base defense, the 4-3.
Wasserman gets the carry on first down.
And typically I like that 4-3 defense. If you have enough defensive linemen, go ahead and get another big body up on that line of scrimmage. You saw it right there. Wasserman looked like he had some daylight to the outside. Nothing doing, just a short gain.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 at the 28.
Wasserman will stay in the backfield with Pulliam. He gets it again. And good pursuit by that Midland defense. Just nowhere for him to go.
Yeah, a lot of east and west there running. I don't know if he even got a 1-yard gain. I think it was just a run for nothing.
It's Trey Kingsland making the tackle there for the Warriors.
And all the Warriors strung that one out beautifully. And as a defender, I mean, understanding angles, knowing what, where you want that runner to take the ball, what you're taking away. The middle was clogged up, and there was nothing doing on the outside either.
Now Pulliam is going to try to tuck it and run, but he has nowhere to go. Picks up a yard, but is well short of the first down marker.
And head coach Jeff Jamrog quick to run up to the side judge saying, timeout, timeout. Smart play, understanding clock management. I mean, you see so many games on the high school and collegiate level, even the pro level, where coaching staffs mismanage the clock. This is a prime opportunity to get an offense that started clicking in the second quarter. Get them another shot here. Give them the ball back with some time to work.
Well, halftime is coming up. Our halftime highlights will be a part of the halftime show. And those highlights are brought to you by Crete Ace Hardware, the helpful folks at Crete. So be sure to tune in for the halftime highlights, which will be a part of our halftime show, which is also brought to you by Crete Ace Hardware.
Definitely seen a slew of different highlights from both squads. We also seen some flags thrown, unfortunately. Not as clean of a game as I believe either coaching staff would care for. Maybe that'll be a talking point at halftime, you'd think.
I will say the second quarter there's been less flags than the first quarter, so they're trending the right direction in that department, both teams.
I think what really irks, both coaching staffs are those two personal fouls.
Mm-hmm.
You can live with play on the field, and especially a lot of them are because you're trying to make a play.
We have a big return here, but it will be coming back. It was Bitacek on the return.
And they might have got Jaden Morton here, that first block, giving a little shove in the back.
We shouldn't have started talking about penalties, Andy.
Yeah, I know it.
What were we thinking? We just never learned.
Well, and you were talking about all these made field goals. I was thinking, shut up.
Well, and he missed that one too.
Put that on us, guys. Old broadcaster's jinx.
Look in the back, the call against Midland.
Here's another look.
Pretty clear there. Easy call for the guys in stripes. And it negated a really nice return there from Rose.
Following the penalty is 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the 26.
Exactly 2 minutes remaining. Midland up 10, and they're seeing if they can't make that more before the break.
Got a couple timeouts to work with.
Tip drill almost led to an interception. That was Jordell Lacey.
Lacey took off running without the ball. As you said, almost tipped it right to a Tiger defender. That could have been a pick six going the other way. Gotta secure that catch, big fella.
So 2nd down and 10, 13-3 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Back to the ground now. Markey picks up about 4.
We get a little bit of a hurry up look here as time is winding down.
3rd and 6 at the 30.
And they take their time, never mind. I think that incomplete pass and just how risky it was really made the offensive coaches for Midland rethink what they were trying to do. Might have thought, you know what? 10-point lead going into halftime, that's all right.
And Markey is going to be short here. If you're Doane, do you take a timeout?
Give a yard or 2.
That might be what we're seeing.
Coots and Michael.
Oh no, an injury on the field, injury timeout.
There's a couple players down actually, both, I believe, Midland players. Yep. Well, there's 1:03 to go, 4th down. If you're Doane, you have all 3 timeouts.
And this is a really good spot to go ahead and use your timeouts. And your defense gets a little bit of a break here with these injury timeouts. Gives them a breather. And to your point, yes, I would use all my timeouts. I do everything in my power to just try and get something positive going, some momentum offensively. You have an opportunity here. Wiseman, if he can put together a little return, got to think they'll have decent enough field position if he doesn't let anything go over his head or over his shoulder.
Come on, guys, hold him down a little bit. Give him some room. Give him some room. Let's go.
Again, Cole Lundy back to punt. Another solid one, low.
Uh-oh.
Was it touched?
It is now.
Oh, dear. So the Tigers, my oh my, it looks like they do end up getting it back. That's not what you like to see as a special teams coach.
I mean, a lot of things were happening there. It was a rugby style. Pressure was applied. Low kick, kind of a wobbler. And you saw Wiseman try to call for the fair catch, but he also had to like dive in there, go to his knees. That's so difficult.
1st and 10 at the 16.
And give old Will Kubat a little credit there. Sophomore out of Omaha, Nebraska, not touching the return man, but just kind of getting in the way.
Well, this makes it much longer of a field. Tigers still going for it, and I am a little surprised not to, unless it was tipped. It looked like the DB got there a little early.
Yeah, that just seemed to be, kind of off time the whole way. And don't know if Colby Frazier was necessarily expecting this pass to come his way. I don't know if he got his head around early enough here. Yeah, a lot of contact.
Well, no flag, 2nd and 10. Swing pass. It's caught there by Garcia for a short gain, about 5.
Garcia with a couple of catches here. And we might have another Midland timeout.
Timeout, Midland.
We do.
The old chess match here at the end of this first half. We'll take a quick break. 35 seconds remaining. Midland leads 13-3.
The new Zollner Ford Lincoln wants to wish our area sports teams the best of luck this season, along with students involved in the arts. Zollner Ford Lincoln supports our area students. Remember Zollner Ford Lincoln when you need service, tires, or looking to upgrade your current vehicle. Zollner Ford Lincoln, North Highway 77, Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
Third down and 5. Here facing the Tigers.
I like that timeout taken by Jamrock once again for Midland. You can get a stop here. If nothing else, you're setting up your special teams for a return. You know, maybe something can happen through that punt return.
Well, Wynn looks like he's going to pick up the first down. He does, gain of 7.
So good on Doane, not allowing that to manifest, picking up the first down.
1st and 10 for the Tigers.
And now Doane will use the timeout.
Hey, you can't take him into the halftime break with you. Kind of back and forth here between the two coaching staffs.
Well, reminder, we always like to interact with our fans on social media. So if you haven't yet, follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports. We are close to 9,600 followers, and I'm pretty dang sure that we can get over it here on this game broadcast. If you follow us, besides having great statewide content, interviews, rankings, highlights, all that good stuff, we will give you a shout out at halftime of this broadcast.
There we
so
go.
There's the incentive that maybe some of you need at NCN Sports.
And for all those that have been following us on Twitter, how many highlight packages have you already seen? Aurora taking on Ashland Greenwood last night. Pittsburgh State winning a heartbreaker in Kearney, UNK on Thursday Night Football.
And on top of that, we also tweet out every single game we're covering. And so if you want to know where we'll be and on what days, tweet us or follow us at NCN Sports, because we do tweet that information out as well. So Payne gets the reception coming out of the timeout, pushed out of bounds, so the clock stops.
And you're seeing some positives here late from the Doane offense. Little pitch and catch. Frazee Wynn able to pick up a critical first down on 3rd and long. Obviously, if you're a Doane Tiger fan, you want to see more of this in the second half.
Nice completion across the middle. And that was play made by Colby Frazier.
Number 85, Colby Frazier.
Frazier doing an excellent job just settling down kind of in the donut hole of that zone defense. And Pulliam delivering a strike. Nice looking play.
So Doane will use another timeout. 1 remaining for the Tigers. But again, when you have a weapon like Kellen Meyer, I mean, 10, 15 more yards and you're in range.
You're exactly right. And you can see the special teams unit starting to huddle up and communicate with one another. And that's what they're saying. Hey, if this offense can pick up 20 yards, we got to get out there and get the ball snapped and give our kicker, Meyer, an opportunity here to tack 3 onto the board as we head into the halftime break.
And Meyer hit from 54 yards earlier today. He was off the crossbar from 49. He is a very talented specialist that the Tigers want to give every opportunity to get another shot here before the break.
1st and 10 Tigers at the 46.
2 back safeties really, really deep here for Midland. They don't want to let anything behind. They know the situation here.
Pulliam steps up, skies this one. May have been caught, but it was out of bounds. Lambert was the intended target on that one.
Yeah, Pulliam, he felt the pressure. He stepped up in the pocket, might have altered his throw a little bit. That was just the 4 down linemen, too. They were able to kind of force him to move up into the pocket.
So 2nd and 10. You still have time to get one completion across the middle, which is exactly what the Tigers do. I believe that was even tipped, but Lambert was still able to haul it in. And you imagine a timeout's coming here. 1, and there is the timeout.
But it's all zeros on the clock.
There,
Are they going to give him the timeout? Now, Frazee
1 second.
Wynn was trying to call timeout as soon as that ball was downed, and they're going to give it to him. I think this is the right call. We can maybe look at the replay here, but that's the way I saw it.
You were talking about clock management, and if you wouldn't have given yourself a chance here, that would have been pretty catastrophic. But I mean, there's plenty of time because the clock stops with the first down anyway, so.
Right, so
coaching
more than enough
staff on
time.
top of
You're
it.
seeing number 5 at the bottom of your screen there, holler for timeout. Good job by the officiating crew getting together, even though the score clock ran out on the board there. The clock on the field did not. So they're going to put some time back on, and hey, the Tigers are going to get an opportunity here.
Specialist Meyer. We'll see if he can split the uprights for the 2nd time today.
And this is deep. This is another deep attempt.
Just your casual 55-yarder. Dead center, though. He hit from 54 earlier on the other side of the field. Oh, and Midland says there was a movement on the line.
I think they're going to get it. Flag came out. No, they're going to give Midland a timeout. That
So
might have
no
saved
flag.
the penalty.
And 5 yards when you're trying to kick a 55-yarder is a huge difference. So
You're exactly right. Doane might have just went ahead and taken a knee there. Had the flag been for the, because you saw the flag come out. So I got to think that they saw the illegal procedure, the movement up front. However, the line judge to the top of your screen had already given head coach Jeff Jamrog the timeout. Whoops.
all right, so it's still a 55-yarder after the timeout. Midland is out of them.
Is Doane out of him too? No. We can still see another timeout.
Well, here we go. Let's see what happens here. 55-yard attempt here for Meyer. I don't think it's going to get there. Wide and no good. So it remains 13-3 here at Al Papik Field. Midland on top as we head into halftime. Stay with us. We'll have our Crete Ace Hardware halftime show coming up. All next, you're watching college football on News Channel Nebraska.
You're watching Doane Tigers football on News Channel Nebraska. The halftime show is brought to you by the helpful folks at Crete Ace Hardware.
I love working at USAVE because I really like working in a small town. I get a sense of community and I get to help the customers every day.
Well, we're excited to be back here, and it's really fun to see the excitement on all the customers' faces too. They love how convenient it is. It's really easy to get in and out, and you can park by the front door, convenient drive-through, and our fast service.
We want to get you in and fast with your busy lives, but we also want to give you that caring experience where you can trust your pharmacist.
Trust your local USAVE pharmacy, part of the Health Mart family of pharmacies.
The Labor Day savings event is going on now at Schaefer's. Take advantage of store-wide. The Labor Day savings event is going on now at Schaefer's. Take advantage of store-wide savings, interest-free financing, and special Labor Day cashback rebates. Save on all Frigidaire appliances, and with a 4-piece package, get up to $500 in rebates. Plus up to an additional 10% back from Frigidaire. Choose from ranges, refrigerators, and more. Plus, you can take up to 18 months to pay interest-free. Hurry in for the Labor Day savings event going on now at Schaefer's, 48th and R, Lincoln.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
It all started long ago, with cattle in mind, and it's still the major focus today of Powder River Livestock Handling Equipment and your friends at Valley Vet Supply in Marysville. They want to provide you with the best equipment. That's why they sell Powder River. It truly does stand the test of time. Powder River is a name you can trust. From cattle handling systems to gates and feeders, Powder River makes equipment for life. Come see for yourself at Valley Vet Supply on Highway 36 in Marysville.
Keep on pushing, keep on pushing, keep on pushing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3,
You want to wear your pride on your sleeve? True Nebraskans turn to custom sports screen printing. Pride, dignity, self-respect. You want to show it off. We want to design it in whatever color it comes in. Silver, gold, black, blue, white, red. Custom Sports can turn around unbeatable apparel fast with service from South Sioux to Scotts Bluff.
NCN Sports is sponsored by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
What does farming mean to you? For most, it's hard work, dedication, and livelihood. Unfortunately, that also comes with risk. At Nebraska Crop Insurance in Beatrice, they know the non-stop dedication involved to keep your family protected from that risk and ensure their livelihood. Not only do they know everything about the coverage you need, they're also farmers themselves. So protect what means the most to you with the agent who knows what it means to be a farmer. Nebraska Crop Insurance, 615 Dorsey Street in Beatrice.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're here at the grill, waiting for the flip.
He has a great hot lie here on the grill. Looks like he is going with the tongs here, Jim. A great choice.
Timing is everything.
Nailed it!
A flip for the ages.
What a flip. Perfect marks. I'd take a slice out of that one.
Certified Piedmontese, real Nebraska beef. So tender and dripping in flavor, you won't believe a steak this good can be shipped right to your front door.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
As the world keeps changing, so is the way to purchase a new car. Across the nation, there are lengthy delays with new vehicle requests and many being built to order. At Zollner Ford of Beatrice, we're making it easy. With our new Save a Spot program, you can be one of the first in line. We've got a seamless pre-order process that guarantees your reservation is secure and in the queue. And our sales professionals will keep you updated every step of the way on the status of your vehicle. Come reserve yours today. Zollner Ford of Beatrice.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Kin's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Kin and Carrie are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Kin's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service, because Kin's You Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Kin's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
Welcome back here to halftime. Your score 13-3, Midland leading Doane. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you here for your halftime show, brought to you by Crete Ace Hardware. Well, Andy, let's take a look at some highlights, shall we? A lot of special teams here in this first half, the first of which comes from Kellen Meyer, a 54-yarder. Count 'em, and had a little bit of extra distance on top of it. That made it 3-0 early on in the contest. Good ball movement here by Midland. The pass and catch going there to Brody Anderson to set up a field goal attempt for the Warriors. And it's Jared Quinones puts it in from 21 yards out to tie it 3-3 late in the first quarter. We've seen some special teams, we've seen some offense. How about some defense? Doane defensive back Dante Wiggins III just reading the quarterback's eyes, jumping the route, gets the interception. Unfortunately for the Tigers, though, there would be no points that come from it. Midland gets the ball back, and we saw Quinones from 21, this time from 43, to give Midland the 6-3 lead midway through the second. And then Midland defense getting to the quarterback Pulliam, ball popping out. And the Warriors get the ball, and it would set up the first and only touchdown of the game up to this point. River Walker, a 1-yard QB sneak, makes it 13-3, which is your score here at halftime. Again, those highlights are brought to you by the helpful folks at Crete Ace Hardware. Look at that. Youngsters braving the elements here to watch the Tigers and the Warriors do battle.
They start them young here at Al Papick Field, don't they? And why not? We're being treated to a pretty good collegiate football game here. And that highlight package did a really nice job of kind of telling the tape here of what we're seeing. You saw a couple defensive takeaways. However, Midland's offense was able to capitalize where Doane didn't really take advantage of the short field and the turnover and the momentum that came with that. Midland also got into a little bit of a rhythm offensively. Their two big running backs, Trevor Jones and Levi Markey, really started to lean on that three-man defensive front for Doane, and it just kind of felt like they ran out of gas, especially towards the end of that second period, that second quarter. Spent a lot of time on the field, did that Doane Tiger defense.
Well, stay with us. We have about 12 minutes until we start the third quarter. We have more stats and analysis coming up during our halftime show, and we'll get ready for second half action here at Al Papick Field in Crete.
Pipes just get old, get a lot of buildup in them. To know if you need drain cleaning is the drains are going to get slow. That's kind of the first thing to watch for, is things won't drain as fast as they used to. Another sign is some of your drains can start gurgling too. The difference between a Band-Aid fix and professionally cleaning is Band-Aid fix, is when you go to the store yourself and get non-professional drain cleaners. Permanent fix is having us come out and professionally clean those drains with either cabling or jetting. If you're experiencing slow drains or gurgling pipes, give John Henry's a call.
Your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
At Columbus Community Hospital, we understand the needs of a growing family. That's why we are proud to introduce our new maternal child health department. We designed the unit with you in mind. It has suite-style rooms, a larger neonatal intensive care unit, postpartum rooms, a surgical suite, and upgrades that provide a more modern and comfortable space. When it's time for you to expand your family, we hope to see you in our new expanded maternal child health department.
When you want to wear your pride on your sleeve, true Nebraskans turn to NebraskaScreenPrinting.com for the latest screen printing and embroidery design. View hundreds of designs or upload your own for any school activity, sport, booster club, or business. We can do it all in whatever color your pride comes in. Get your group order in for your event or team at NebraskaScreenPrinting.com today for a fast and convenient turnaround. We're custom sports screen printing and embroidery at NebraskaScreenPrinting.com. Proud to be Nebraska.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said...
It wasn't, but this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or was it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to ClaybaughPharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Is it time for something different? Then come out to Crete Ace Hardware, where you can view our selection of Magnum e-bikes with several different models to choose from. Your ride will be a breeze. Or maybe an IMAX scooter is more your style. And you can spice up your cookout with our large inventory of grills and smokers. From classic brands like Traeger and Weber to harder to find brands like Green Egg. Let our outstanding customer service find the right fit for you. Try something different at Crete Ace Hardware, located at 1025 Main Avenue, Crete, Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Welcome back. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you. About 7 minutes until third quarter action begins. And you see the score, 13-3, Midland leading Doane. When you look at statistically, Midland is winning in the offensive statistics category, rushing 117 yards to 50, Midland over Doane. And then passing, Doane does have the edge, 54 yards to 39. Total offense, 156 for Midland, 104 for Doane. So I think you could easily say that both coaches would like to see more offensively in terms of the production. But you're still, if you're Midland, like you said, when there was turnovers, when there was mishaps, when there was things that impacted field position, the Warriors were the ones in the first half who took most advantage from a scoring standpoint.
Exactly. And we knew turnovers were going to loom large and play such a key factor in this game as they usually do, and they've done just that up to this point. But the key stat for me is that net yards rushing that you alluded to. 117 for Midland, only 50 for Doane. So the Warrior offense doubling up yardage chewed up on the ground over Doane right now, and it's tough to win when you're turning out yardage or giving up that type of yardage. It also kind of plays into the factor how Midland was able to kind of play ball control, keep away, and grind out some really tough drives on the legs of Trevor Jones and Levi Mackey in that first half, the two powerful running backs for this Warrior offense.
Well, you mentioned Markey. He's leading all rushers, 70 yards on 12 carries, so he's averaging about 6 a tote, and Jones 9 carries for 29 yards, and Denker 2 carries for 11 for Midland. On the flip side, for Doane, Frazee Wynn 27 yards on 6 carries, and then Wiggins the third, playing defense and offense. He has 2 carries for 24 yards. Would not be surprised if we see more of him on the offensive end here in the second half, based on he's averaging 12 yards a carry.
Yeah, just a playmaker on both sides of the field is Dante Wiggins III, and you got to be careful how you use him because he's just such a impact player. You want him out there the entire time on both sides of the ball, but you got to obviously limit the carries on offense, and you can't have him out there defensively the entire time because he's putting in work on the offensive side. So, and you want fresh guys out there, especially in this attack mode. Very aggressive 3-4 style defense that Doane University likes to operate in.
Got to give the defense some love to Midland. Van Winkle is leading in the tackle department for the Warriors with 2.5 on Doane's side. Caden Doolittle pacing the Tigers with 4.5 tackles in the first half. Also Chandler pulling not far behind with 3.5 tackles in that department. We'll take another break. Come back. We're getting closer to third quarter action here at Al Papik Field.
It all started long ago with cattle in mind, and it's still the major focus today of Powder River Livestock Handling Equipment and your friends at Valley Vet Supply in Marysville. They want to provide you with the best equipment. That's why they sell Powder River. It truly does stand the test of time. Powder River is a name you can trust. From cattle handling systems to gates and feeders, Powder River makes equipment for life. Come see for yourself at Valley Vet Supply on Highway 36 in Marysville.
As the world keeps changing, so is the way to purchase a new car. Across the nation, there are lengthy delays with new vehicle requests and many being built to order. At Zollner Ford of Beatrice, we're making it easy. With our new Save a Spot program, you can be one of the first in line. We've got a seamless pre-order process that guarantees your reservation is secure and in the queue, and our sales professionals will keep you updated every step of the way on the status of your vehicle. Come reserve yours today. Zollner Ford of Beatrice.
Exciting news from Eye Care Associates of Columbus. We are now working together with clinics in Norfolk and Grand Island to form Unity Eye Centers. Yes, it's a new name, but what does it mean for you? Joining together allows us to deliver and share state-of-the-art technology and provide a higher level of care for every patient. Best of all, it's still the same owners and you'll see the same welcoming faces. At Unity Eye Centers, we want to continue to be your eye doctor of choice. Come see the difference that quality eye care can deliver.
And welcome back, getting closer to second half action here on News Channel Nebraska. Reminder that certified Piedmontese beef is the official beef of sports on News Channel Nebraska. And Andy, it is the most lean, most tender, most delicious beef you've ever had. It is Italian heritage bred, Nebraska raised perfection, and you can get it shipped right to your door anywhere in the country by going to cpbeef.com.
Yeah, they make it pretty easy on you, and once you get that first box, that first shipment, you're probably going to be a customer for life because it's top-notch stuff, no doubt about it.
Again, that is certified Piedmontese beef, as we are now about a minute away from starting this third quarter. And Andy, I'm a man of my promise, said if you follow us at NCN Sports on Twitter, we'll give you a shout-out before halftime, and there's still time. At NCN Sports, if you want to give us a follow. We did break the 9,600 follower barrier. We appreciate everyone who helped with that. We're officially at 9,602 followers. And shout-outs to Grace Dowding, who gave us a follow. She's a Doane University softball player. Joe Reclatus, I hope I pronounced that right. Mrs. NY, Courtney Drew Canusto. We know him. He quarterback for Aurora. We covered him last night. As they are now 3-0. And Ryan Knapp. So give us a follow at NCN Sports. Appreciate it.
Right on. And you got to think one of the points of emphasis for really both coaching staffs was, guys, let's clean it up, especially those flags after the play. I mean, give it 110% when the ball is live, but after that, huddle back up. Let's clean things up here in the second half.
Well, and Doane, they are getting the ball here to start the third, which is important. Obviously, they want to make the most of it. Find the end zone would be an ideal scenario for Coach Chris Bessler. Cut this to a 3-point game.
Yeah, and you got to think those offensive coaching staffs are trying to put together, you know, kind of a script here coming out of the break, get some offensive momentum going. It's been hard to come by for this Doane University offense. They're going to flip the field here.
Yeah, a little mishap on lining things up. Have not hit on the history of this yet, but these are two Nebraska programs. I know that, Midland and Fremont, Doane here in Crete. They've been playing each other for over 100 years. Dates back to 1919. It was a Halloween game when these teams first top 19-7. This has also been a contest that they've played multiple times on Thanksgiving, but you look at the history. Over 100 years, these two teams have been playing each other. This is the 88th meeting between the Tigers and the Warriors, and right now we have a 10-point difference.
Hopefully conference realignment won't affect that. You'll have to see
hopefully not.
The tradition and the pageantry, and you know, two Nebraska teams squaring off once again for the, what do you say, 89th time. Just love to see that.
Well, nice return here for the Tigers to get things started, courtesy of Jeremiah Payne.
JP, they love to give him the ball, get him the ball in space, whether it's through special teams or on the regular offense. We saw him snag a couple of catches in the first half. I'll try and get it right back to him here coming off that return. Midland strolls out in that four-man front once again. Two linebackers behind.
And to your point, Andy, they go right back to him. Midland had it snuffed out, though. That'll be a loss of about 2.
It looked like it had a chance there because they threw that pass right behind a blitz. Usually when you do that, you can find some daylight. Credit the man at the top of your screen there. That was cornerback Trey Kingsland coming off his block and making a play.
Now the pitch to Wynn. And he cuts it up and is now going against the grain. Wynn with real estate in front of him. And that is the biggest run of the afternoon for the Tigers.
That's the play this offense needed. Razzie Wynn, look at that vision there. He saw the crease and he has the speed, the burst, Brandon, to make it happen.
That goes down as a 32-yarder. The Tigers now in Midland territory.
Got this defense on their heels a little bit. Keep that pace. Keep it up.
Bubble screen to Wasserman. Again, the Tigers, they're trying that short passing game, but the Warriors have it figured out thus far.
Yeah, doing a really nice job with that 4-3 base defense, really keeping all those short passes in front of them. They don't leave their feet as tacklers. You know, they allow multiple defenders to rally up and help make the play, help make the tackle there. Wasserman brought down by 2 or 3 defenders on that past occasion.
Second down and 10. Bunch formation to the top of the screen. Wynn will keep it.
And another good job darting through there. Had to make a quick little move from right to left. That was a pretty good pickup there on second down when it didn't look like much was going to be had in the middle.
So they gave him 4 on that, 3rd and 6. Play clock now at 8. High snap, quick pitch to win, and just nowhere to go.
Man, to the point I made earlier, you had 2 guys on the outside accounting for that pitch, accounting for the running back, and give a lot of credit to the defensive end as well, forcing Pulliam to pitch the ball early. I believe that was number 44, Trevor Havlick, young man out of Prague, Nebraska.
Well, this third quarter is brought to you by Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau. Play, visit, meet, and compete at www.lincoln.org.
Another deep field goal attempt here.
This will be a 51-yarder for Kellen Meyer. It'll be close again and just short. So this side of the field not being kind to Meyer here this afternoon.
It's not a stiff wind, and I don't know if it's affecting him much, but he was kicking into the wind on that past occasion. And that's when we've, like you said, we've seen the couple of misses.
So he's officially 1 for 4, but again, none of those attempts have been easy. Nailed one from 54 to start the game. Missed from 49, 55, and 51 now. And that snap on the ground. River Walker actually gets a pretty decent gain when it's all said and done.
He paid the price, though. Had big time shot at the end of that play. I think that was Adams again, A squared coming over, laying a big time lick there. Anthony Adams, the defensive lineman, nose tackle. But yeah, when that ball hit the turf at the beginning of that play on the low snap, it kind of froze the defenders, thinking that they were going to pounce on the fumble.
And there you have Markey, who hasn't slowed down any. 70 yards in the first half. There's another solid carry. This afternoon's coverage is brought to you in part thanks to Crete Area Medical Center. They also have locations in Wilbur and Friend. Crete Area Medical Center. Option here, quick pitch to Markey. Now he has room to run. Markey well into Tiger territory before he's finally taken down.
And we do have a flag and one offensive lineman staying behind the pack. And it's going to be a hold. It's going to negate a big gain. I really like the play design there. You had 3 wide with the H-back to the top of your screen. That's where the play went. That's where the additional blocker needed to be. And you saw the bell cow of this game anyhow, Levi Markey. He found the crease, got upfield, but got to think the hold had a little bit to do with that.
So they spot it back at the 41. 13-3 your score on the Currency Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Markey gets the carry. It's back to about the original line of scrimmage.
But with that penalty, you kind of caught a break if you're the Doane defense. I'm not saying it wasn't a penalty, but they saw the hold, so they brought it back, negated a big gain. If you can hold up here on 2nd and 3rd down, get yourself off the field, and get your offense the ball back. See if they can't help you out a little bit and put together a drive.
Again to Markey. He's across midfield. That'll bring up 3rd and manageable.
Yep, about 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. It just kind of feels like a big play early in this 3rd period, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right on the 50-yard line, kind of a statement here. Looks like Midland's going to go 4 wide, 3 to the bottom of your screen. Seen a lot of combination routes, and we've seen some miscues here. Some receivers for the Warriors have come open when they went trips.
Ball is on the ground.
I think Doane might have got it.
There is a scrum.
Fumble on the play.
And it's Doane football. Tigers recover the fumble and take over.
You saw Walker, the quarterback. He was trying to get in there, and I think he got his hands on the ball, but just how everything was kind of muddled up in the middle, you had multiple defenders kind of get their big bodies over across and on top of it, kept it away. And we saw a couple bad snaps there for Midland.
First and 10, Tigers at the 47.
Excellent camera work, but man, when you get that many bodies on the turf around the football, you're not going to see what's going on in the bottom of that pile.
There's that swing pass. Actually some room to work with. Nice pickup there by Lambert.
Oh, and credit Wasserman for getting a good block there on the edge, but then letting go. He could have got called for a hold real easy. He had his guy hooked, but he let him go as the defender made the move to get back outside. Defense, another big takeaway here for Doane. Can the offense convert?
Back to Lambert.
Lambert on the reception.
Picks up 4.
You know, with all these short passes, kind of prodding, testing the edge, you know, your cornerbacks and defensive ends for the defense, they're holding up here. You kind of get the feeling like they're trying to work on a play vertical down the field. They're setting something up here with all these short passes.
Pulliam has his receiver on the corner route, drops it in there.
That was all Pulliam, keeping his head, keeping his eyes downfield, even throughout the scramble. Bought himself time, moved the pocket to the left, had a receiver come free. Phenomenal play for the young quarterback.
That is the 3rd consecutive completion and the 3rd consecutive reception for Lambert. And they're just not on the same page between receiver and quarterback.
Boy, I think Lambert was thinking that was a run play. It looked like he was posting up to try and block his defender. Pulliam zipped one to the outside shoulder.
2nd and 10, a ball on the 13. The Tigers knocking at the door. Wynn unable to do anything there, gobbled up in the backfield.
My goodness, was that Mo?
That was Uidi Mo.
Big Mo on the side of your screen there.
270-pound freshman from Long Beach, California.
My goodness. There's head coach Jeff Jamrog dipping into his recruiting resources there. Casts a wide net.
Big 3rd down. And the pass nearly intercepted. That was very lucky for Pulliam as Potacek was right there.
Potacek, the 190, 5'11" linebacker, looked like a cornerback on that last play, getting his hands on it. Beautiful coverage on the outside.
Well, this will be the easiest field goal attempt for Myers so far today. This one will be from 30 yards out. And it's through.
6:49 left in the 3rd quarter.
A touchdown separates Midland and Doane here midway through the 3rd. The Warriors 13, the Tigers 6, here on News Channel Nebraska.
When it comes to your auto partner, there is no house divided when you choose Woodhouse. 18 brands, one team, a winning experience every time.
Brandon Axemet, Andy Klassen with you here in Crete, Nebraska. The first game of a college football doubleheader here on this Saturday on News Channel Nebraska. Midland Doane obviously happening right now. Later tonight at 6 o'clock, we'll be live at 5:50. Northern State taking on the Wildcats of Wayne State in Wayne, America. So stay tuned. News Channel Nebraska is your place to be for college sports here on this Saturday as we have a nice return there by Kingsland.
Trey Kingsland doing a good job navigating up the bottom of your screen there. Left side, return left, good wall, red as blocks. Putting his offense in a nice starting position here, just shy of the 40-yard line. And who's on the call there for that Wayne State game? I can't wait for that. Is that Eric McKay up there?
Eric might have the day off. It might be Pat Jansen. Let me just check my master schedule. It's Pat and Lou will be on the call up in Wayne.
I don't know if you can get better color commentary than old Lou Skeever. That guy's on it.
There's
Pat
one
Jansen.
guy. There's one guy I'll take.
Oh, please. And Pat Jansen, I don't know if there's a more professional radio voice type of guy that we have employed.
Well, be sure to tune in, fans. That is a 5:50 live tonight, Northern State at Wayne State, right here on News Channel Nebraska.
Pat Jansen is our Al Michaels. That's what I'm looking for.
We'll take it. Second down and 5, and we have another interception. Picked off. Cedric Gooch. The ball is out. Ball is on the ground, and Gooch, after intercepting it, coughs it up. And Midland, they recover? Did it go out of bounds?
Nope. Signal. There it is. Midland did recover.
Midland gets the ball.
What a wild play, and Gooch Jr. is kicking himself. I mean, this is wild. Look at the coverage here, Brandon. Excellent coverage. But Gooch, once again, comes off his guy because his eyes are back on the quarterback, still in the play. Nice return, but look, ball comes free. Oh, man, you had it. Gave it back.
So it ends up being a net gain of 11 for Midland when it's all said and done. They were on the 44 of their own 44. Now they're on the Doane 45. And that one was nearly picked.
Wiseman thinking he was going to get in on the action there. That was a dangerous throw from old River Walker. But yeah, that net 11-yard gain, just like head coach Jeff Jamrock drew it up, I'm sure.
Never a dull moment. Midland, though, with the 7-point lead. Here as we are just under 6 to play in the third.
And you can just kind of feel the tension kind of tighten out there out on the field. Only a one-score game.
Markey continuing to get fed. He's getting closer to that century mark in terms of rushing yards.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple moves here from this Midland offense. Trevor Jones, guy we highlighted, running back. He started the game. I don't know if he got nicked up, but they moved on to Markey, and we also saw a change at quarterback from Beach here to River Walker. I don't know if injuries are playing a part in that, if they're just saw something and got a different guy in there.
Option here for the Warriors. Walker decides to keep it.
River Walker on the carry.
He will be short.
Ryan Michael on the
And it looks like the offense is staying out on the field.
Gonna be 4th down.
And I think this would be a prime spot to go ahead and let your offense try and pick up 1.5 yards here.
4th and 2 at the 37.
Been able to keep Doane University and their offensive unit out of the end zone. You're on your side of the field.
4th down. And it's going to be a first. Markey hard yards before finally being shoved out of play. But the drive continues here for Midland.
Yeah, once again, the vision coming into play here for Markey. I mean, he's such a powerful guy, and he likes to lower the shoulder, but right there you kind of saw him dip into his toolbox there and get out the old eye set, able to get through that initial line of defenders, and then that put Gooch Jr. in a tough spot there. He was able to stand up a cornerback and drive his way forward for some additional yardage.
Now Jones. Continuing this Midland offense just to grind down the field.
Yeah, and this is tough when you're giving up multiple third and even fourth down conversions on the same drive. It's a lot of time to be out on the field as a defensive unit. And it doesn't help the style that Midland's kind of brought to this game, where they're really leaning on their two really big, powerful, heavy backs.
Second and short. Jones this time stood up, nowhere to go. Owen Kuntz and company from Crete, Nebraska. The junior making a play.
He was energized, celebrating.
Well, coverage today is brought to you in part thanks to City Bank and Trust in Crete and Lincoln. City Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Now it kind of feels like Midland's in control, doesn't it? And they're being real methodical with the ball, not taking their time on offense. But keep in mind, this is still a one-score game. One play, and Doane could either tie it or take the lead through a two-point conversion attempt.
Walker cuts it up. He's across the 10. He is dragging defenders inside the 5.
What a read. What a read. He caught the guy on the end of the line there in no man's land, got him to go out, then he cut it back into the teeth of that defense, but able to pick up the yardage. Look at that, just splitting the defenders on the edge. And I guess the quarterback has some power in the rushing game as well. So imagine dragging defenders with him there.
First and goal from the 3 now here for Midland. They are hoping to make this a 2-possession game yet again. Nothing there for Markey.
Markey on the carry. Back to the line of scrimmage.
And doesn't just kind of feel like the Warrior offense are trying to make a statement here, just keep it on the ground and just stuff it down the throat of this defense. And it's a really good defense, too, for Doane. I just think he's a little tired out there. He's seen a lot of hands on the hips.
Time winding down here in this third quarter. Keeper for Walker, and he is hit, still going. That second effort is enough. And River Walker finds the end zone for the second time this afternoon.
The pads are popping here at Al Papik Stadium this afternoon. Heavy hitting going on in the hole. I mean, just look at this collision. And then the power and finish. Wow, Levy Markey having himself a day.
So that now extends the lead back to 13. PAT makes it 14. So your score late in the third, Midland 20, Doane 6, here on News Channel Nebraska. Stay with us.
NCN Sports is sponsored by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Welcome back. Doane football on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Currency. Currency makes financing quick, easy, and secure for machinery, ag equipment, and more. Visit gocurrency.com. Also, coverage is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Brandon Axbett, Andy Klassen, with you here on News Channel Nebraska. Midland on top of Doane 20-6 here late in the third quarter.
Yeah, now the clock is becoming an issue here for Doane University. Especially with the way Midland's able to drain clock and sustain drives on the ground. You're running out of possession. So this is kind of big time here. Doane has got to make something happen on offense.
Have Payne on the return. Pushed out near the 24-yard line.
And we saw a little something out of the offense on that last drive, but they still had to settle for a field goal. Obviously, you're a Tiger fan. You want to see him finish the deal and punch one in the end zone this time around.
There's the pitch to Wiggins.
Wiggins on the carry.
He had 2 carries for 24 yards in the first half. Seeing if he can spring something for this Tiger offense.
And he kind of had a little bit of an exotic look where he had 3 receivers set way wide to the bottom of your screen. That was just trying to get defenders out in space and give the running back some room to work with there and win.
This time Pulliam will keep it. He was hit and brought down there by Michael Sunclades after a decent gain. Coverage today is brought to you in part thanks to Fisher's Beer, Wine, and Spirits, located in Crete. Fisher's Beer, Wine, and Spirits. It's all you need to know. We had a third down coming up. We now have the end of the quarter. So we head to the fourth. Midland leading by 14. A 20-6 your score here on News Channel Nebraska.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're here at the grill, waiting for the flip.
He has a great hot lie here on the grill. Looks like he is going with the tongs here, Jim. A great choice.
Timing is everything.
Nailed it!
A flip for the ages.
What a flip. Perfect marks. I'd take a slice out of that one.
Certified Piedmontese, real Nebraska beef. So tender and dripping in flavor, you won't believe a steak this good can be shipped right to your front door.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. It's a 3rd and 2. The pitch to Wiggins goes nowhere.
Wiggins on the carry. Loss on the play.
Loss on the play, and that puts the Tigers in a tough spot.
Really does, and they try to go with the quick count. I think we're seeing the special teams take the field here. Or multiple substitutions anyway. Yeah, there we go. There's the punting unit. Maybe if it was a couple of yards closer, but that actually went backwards.
Good punt fielded at the 32. Chance for a return here by Potacek. He's still going and brings that all the way back to about the 32.
About 4 yards shy of the original line of scrimmage. What a return. Set up return left. Able to get to the sideline, pick up some key blocks along the way. And it puts this Doane defense in another short field, very difficult position.
Walker just dragging
Walker
Ty
on the carry.
Martinson for about 3 or 4 yards before he goes down.
Yeah, and you can really see that River Walker does kind of give them an added element in that power rushing attack. We've seen a couple of runs where, man, he's able to finish by kind of lowering the boom on a couple of defenders.
Doane needs to be careful here. Obviously, Midland finds the end zone. It's going to be tough for the Tigers to mount a comeback, considering the time left in the ball game. And off to Markey, who did get past that 100-yard mark on the ground in the third quarter. Currently 106 yards, rushing on 20 carries. We are now in the fourth quarter, which is brought to you by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet. O Street Carpet, our fourth quarter sponsor here, as we have 12:50 remaining.
Big third down here. Obviously, if you're a Tiger fan, you want Doane to just limit this to a field goal attempt, but you're going to have to defend this 3rd and 3 to force that attempt first.
And Markey rumbles forward and picks up more than enough.
But we got a flag. See what we got here. Yeah, but when Markey gets a full head of steam like that going towards the line of scrimmage, yeah, you got to think he's going to pick up some positive yardage.
Holding 64 offense. 10-yard penalty.
Well, the Tigers will certainly take that.
Moses Hicks, the 4th, drawing the flag.
So instead of a first down Midland, it's going to be about 3rd and 11, it looks like.
Following the penalty is 3rd down and 11.
And we really haven't seen Midland put the ball in the air too much here in this second half, and why would you? Your ground game's working so well, but this might be a spot where Jamrog has to pull the trigger. Head coach Jeff Jamrog might have to draw something up here through the air.
Well, we have a pre-snap whistle. It's timeout taken by Midland.
That was Coach Jamrog running down the sideline, getting into the official's ear saying, timeout, timeout. He did not like that defensive alignment that Doane lined up in. Called the timeout, saved the play.
Well, we'll take a quick timeout as well. 26 Midland here in the 4th.
We come from different places.
To push past anyone standing in our way who say,
"You're not good enough."
You can't afford this. We stare down the challenges
and we tell them yes.
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 Yes, I can.
We come together with maverick spirit,
with hope,
with determination,
with passion.
We build up our community. Somos familia.
Because our community is part of us.
And we are a part of something bigger than ourselves.
We share one goal: to change the course of our lives forever.
Third and 11.
12:01 remaining here at Al Papik Field. A big 3rd down. Doane Tigers trailing Midland 20-6. And they are looking to get off the field and get the ball back and try to cut into this 14-point lead. Trick play here, reverse pass potentially by the Warriors.
Uh-oh.
And now reversing the field back to where it was originally heading, and a huge tackle. Oh my gosh, a lot going on there.
Another flag, bodies are still on the ground. Wow. And yeah, you usually see some big time collisions appear when a runner is able to run free and cut across the field. I don't know if this might be a defenseless player type of a block call. I'm not sure.
Believe it was Wiseman who made the initial tackle to keep the runner short of the first down.
Well, I think they might get Walker, the quarterback, for maybe an illegal block, defenseless player.
So we do have a replay coming after we see what the official call is.
Illegal block at the back, number 11, offense.
You're right on it.
Replay third down.
So not only did River Walker, the quarterback, get called for an illegal block here, he paid the price. He was the one still down on the field. I mean, but I don't mind this penalty as much because he's getting involved trying to make a play. We didn't really get to see much there. Oh, he went low, okay. I think that's what they're saying when, wow, what a heads-up call by the official. The defender was already engaged up high. Walker went low. You see that a lot of times in the trenches. You don't see it in the open field as much. That's a good call.
Well, and Walker is now out also. Maybe still banged up. Brandon Bloom, Garrison Beach rather, who got the start back in at quarterback, and he short hops that one.
Little razzle-dazzle there from the Midland offense backfires on them. Find themselves in a 4th and long. Wouldn't be surprised if they just go with a pooch punt here and try to play the field position game.
There's Walker on the sideline getting some hydration. We'll see if he comes back into this ball game. To your point, though, here's an opportunity for Midland special teams to pin Doane deep. There is a flag. I believe this is going to be an illegal substitution. Doane was trying to get someone off the field before the snap, and
I thought he got off the field there before the snap. I don't know if that was Owen McDonald. See what the call is. Heading into this 4th quarter, though, we've seen a total of 9 penalties, 5 on Midland for 55 yards, 4 on Doane for 45 yards.
Penalties decline, first down, Doane.
Good job, defense. Keep it up, guys.
So you heard it there. The Warriors declined the penalty. And Doane has 90 yards to march down the field if they want to find the end zone. Another quick hitter. Lambert to the sideline. Short gain.
Lambert on the reception.
And I like the play design in that it allowed Lambert to easily find the sideline and stop the clock. But he got tackled in bounds, so the clock rolls on. I thought he got out.
Second down and 9 at the 11.
That's Lambert's 5th reception for 51 yards. He is leading the Tigers in the receiving department. Well, looking for Lambert again, and unable to connect.
Yeah, and that pass rush was just the 4 down linemen. Man, it's been getting in there and causing problems for this Doane offense all afternoon long. You just kind of feel like quarterback Michael Pulliam, he's hurried a little bit back there, and a lot of that's due to those 4 down linemen putting in a good day's work for the Midland Warriors defense.
And there's pressure again. Pulliam gets it out Overshoots his receiver.
Payne is incomplete. 4th down for the Tigers.
JP came open. He flashed open for a second, but wasn't for long. That zone defense had coverage over the top. Couple guys underneath. That's a very difficult throw to complete, to make and complete. A little bit of a flag route.
So the Tigers will be forced to punt this away after the 3 and out. They're continuing just to not quite able to get things going offensively. Fair catch made at about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, another opportunistic or good starting field position again for Midland here. You know their offense wants to put a stamp on this one, put this one away.
Well, a reminder that this is the first game in a college football doubleheader on News Channel Nebraska today. We have Wayne State hosting Northern State here at 6 o'clock Central. We'll be live at 5:50. Pat Jansen and Lou Siefker with the call. So
don't go anywhere.
That's, you beat me to it. You stay right here. You have Nebraska college football on NCN on this Saturday.
I mean, everybody knew NCN Sports now is their home for high school athletics, high school football, volleyball, basketball, of course. Turning into the home for Nebraska collegiate football as well.
So we do see River Walker back in. He was banged up on that last series. He's taking snaps here, 2nd and 10. You have Markey in the backfield, designed run for Walker. He falls forward for a couple.
Adams and Bates on the tackle.
Yeah, and I like that play call. I really do, out of head coach Jeff Jamrock. Keep the ball in your quarterback's hands. Be able to just kind of lean on it a little bit. It's a low probability of a turnover, something bad happening to you. It also allows the clock to wind down even more. It takes a little bit more of air out of the ball. Now that it's 3rd and long. Last time we saw him get really creative, drew that penalty on Walker. See what they draw up this time around.
Well, the Doane defense had that one snuffed out. Ball is on the ground. And that thing just popped right out.
Looks like Doane got it. I think I'm seeing the motion from the side judge at the top of your screen.
Doane football.
I mean, they never give up on the defensive side, do they? As you mentioned, they had that snuffed out beautifully. The zone read to the top of your screen. You had multiple black helmets to the ball as the pitch was getting there. I'm not sure if I think that was.
There was a fumble on the play that was recovered by Midland. The official pointed the wrong direction.
Oh, they're giving the.
Okay, so we saw the right point, but as you heard the referee say, it was meant to be pointed the other way. So Midland ball. Tough to tell there. There's a lot of bodies, a lot going on.
Because that line judge was pointing the opposite way.
It can happen.
It can.
So still, though, Midland will be forced to punt.
And credit the officials for coming together going, no. The call goes the other way, getting the call right.
Low punt. Fielded about the 23, and you know you appreciate that there from Wiseman.
Really do. Coming up and scooping that, not losing that additional yardage, because that would have kept rolling towards the end zone had Wiseman not come up and kind of scoop that up. Looked like a middle infielder there.
All right, if you're a Doane fan, it's kind of go time. You're down 14, 8:24 to go. You're running out of time here if you don't put some points on the board this drive.
And they're going empty backfield here. Ball's getting out of Pulliam's hands in a hurry. You like to see that.
Catch made by Frazier.
And a 4, 2nd down and 6 at the 28.
Keep it up, guys. Let's go, huh?
And Pulliam just off the mark there. That was
Intended for
Riley, the target he was searching for.
Yeah, double pump, but he also threw that ball into a lot of traffic. Once again, I'm not sure if Frazier's head was quite around by the time that ball was arriving.
So 3rd down and 6 here for the Tigers. Pulliam steps into it and unable to hit Lambert.
4th down for the Tigers.
And that was a tough catch, but man, that was zipped in there with some velocity, but it looked like Lambert might have got his fingers on it.
Meyer and punt
And as a
formation.
receiver, I mean, that's a lot of times that's all you can ask for. Can your quarterback deliver the ball to a catchable radius? Can you get your hands on it and make a play?
Well, good punt. Fair catch made at the 33.
Midland will have the ball 1st and 10, about the 33-yard line.
And you got to think we're going to see another healthy dose of running the football. We see Levi Markey stroll back out on the field along with his quarterback, River Walker.
Both of these teams undefeated. Doane 1-0, Midland 2-0. 88th meeting between these programs in a rivalry that spanned more than a century. Right now, Midland in the driver's seat.
Mentioned that first game. When was that? Back in 1918?
Close. 1919.
1919.
Halloween, yep.
Yeah, I remember that game. That was a good one.
Good year.
Midland grinding out the victory.
19-7 was your score in Fremont that year.
Pretty impressive, pretty special tradition and rivalry that these two in-state schools have. Now both part of the GPAC conference.
Second down and about 8. We're going to probably see a heavy dose of Markey the rest of this game as he's just been plugging away on the ground.
Reese Zudevern, 3rd down.
Yeah,
and 5 at the 38.
A lot of times that's pretty tough when you get a big physical back like that has the type of vision that we've seen out of Levi Markey, and you only got a 3-man front. It's going to force Doane to bring some extra bodies down around the line of scrimmage, and they have, and they've been opportunistic. They've created turnovers. The team, though, just hasn't been able to capitalize on some of these opportunities.
The ball is out again. The Tigers say they have it.
He was a ball carrier.
And there is the direction pointed the Tigers' way, and there's no correction. It is Doane football.
I knew you were going to throw some shade at the officials there.
It is easier said than done doing their job. I do not want to be in their shoes. They have done a great job. I will be the first to say it.
I was just giving you a bad time, but once again, this Tiger defense answering the bell, getting the offense back out on the field on their side of the field.
Here's another look, courtesy of Beatrice Community Hospital.
So there you see multiple defenders trying to shed their block, getting the helmet and shoulder pads on the ball, jarring it loose. You just love to see the tenacity that this defense plays with.
Doane starting on the Midland 44-yard line. Just no one there.
And it looks like Pulliam was thinking, well, obviously thinking the receiver is going to make a break different than what he had made. And we've seen that a couple of times now, unfortunately, for this Tiger offense. Little miscommunication between quarterback and receiver.
And Pulliam in trouble, and he is sandwiched. Taken down by 3 Warriors.
And Pulliam probably made the right decision there, just eating that one.
Loss of 4. It's going to bring up 3rd and 14 for the Tigers.
Had excellent coverage down the field. That's what you call a coverage sack. Back end held up so 4 down linemen could record a sack.
Doane takes a timeout. We will as well. Midland leading by 14 here in the 4th.
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, lawn and garden tractor, or gator, every piece of equipment in our inventory is ready to work hard for your operation. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything that is sold meets their quality standards. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or learn more at landmarkimp.com to experience the Landmark difference.
When the game wraps up or even before kickoff, our community welcomes you with open arms. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is happy to have you here, and we want to show you what we're all about. From wide open spaces to music, shopping, entertainment, and more, there is always something for you to discover in our city. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit lincoln.org. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Big 3rd down here for the Tigers. They need 14. Pulliam steps into it. It is intercepted. Picked off by Trevor Zimba. The Utan, Nebraska product with the interception.
And Zimba did a nice job dropping back into coverage, reading the eyes of the quarterback, and plucking one out of the air, taking it the other way.
So the Tigers unable to capitalize on that fumble. They turn it back over and time is winding down. Back on the ground, that's Jones getting the carry.
Jones on the carry, tackled by Cooper Bates. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 at the 45.
Andy, if you're Midland, you are probably just going to keep handing it off as long as you can. You keep eating up this clock. Second down and 5. And Jones picks up the first and gets the Warriors in Tiger territory here.
Yeah, forward progress is going to go ahead and mark it across the plane. That's going to move the sticks, bring up another 1st down for this Warrior offense.
Again, Midland in no hurry here. 9 on the play clock. They're going to milk as much as they can, and we do have a flag here.
Delay a game, and yeah, as you mentioned, they're so comfortable winding that clock down. They're willing to take a 5-yard penalty. But that also just showcases how field position at this point can take a back seat to go ahead and grind in that clock. Couple score lead here, latter half of the 4th quarter. They just want to go ahead and be conservative. milk this one away for a victory.
And look out. Owen Kuntz in the backfield.
We heard that one all the way up in the crow's nest here in the press box.
Kuntz, 6'2", 228-pound junior, right here from Crete, Nebraska. Making a big play.
Smack down on that one.
So 2nd and long. We're under 4 to go. Jones, hard yards. Gets back near the 45.
Yeah, that running game's been pretty consistent for this Warrior offense throughout. Gonna see a defensive timeout here for Doane. Give their guys a breather.
Wiggins on the tackle.
Well, and right now, we have 3:35 to go. We'll be getting ready for our post-game show coming up next. And when we do that post-game show, we'll have our Tiger Top Performer interview, brought to you courtesy of Nebraska Orthopedic Center. So stay tuned. We'll hear from a Tiger Top Performer as well as Coach Bessler on his thoughts. Right now, I mean, Andy, it's fairly obvious the Tigers just unable, and yet to this point, they haven't had an offensive touchdown this season. They had 4 field goals in game number 1 and 2 field goals here today. So early on, obviously, but you're feeling some things out and trying to see what works best.
And for the most part, those are pretty deep field goals as well. And Kellen Myers got more than enough leg to oblige, but you'd like to get, at least a few more, generate a few more red zone looks. And it's just been tough and few far between where Doane can put together a nice consistent drive and threaten to put one in the end zone.
And Jones, great individual effort to move the sticks here.
Has a Midland first down. Tackle by Cade.
Yeah, that might be the final nail in the coffin right there. But yeah, it's just, hate to beat a dead horse, just a lack of offensive production, and this defense has put the offense in a couple good spots, some takeaways at midfield, an interception, a couple forced fumbles. You love to see that out of your aggressive, opportunistic defense, as we've kind of come to expect out of Doane. Just this afternoon, offense was never really able to get on track.
Back to Jones, and
Jones on the carry.
Very much looking like Midland will improve to 3-0. Looking ahead for both these teams. The Warriors on the road next week. They make the trip to Yankton, South Dakota. Take on Mount Marty University. The Warriors will be battling the Lancers in that one. As for the Tigers, they actually have next week off. And in the following week, they'll be in Sioux Center, Iowa, taking on Dort.
Looking to get back on the winning track. On the road, taking on Dort.
We did talk about the history of this game as nowhere to go for Walker. 88th meeting. Midland did win that first game back in 1919. Doane does lead the series, though. 47 wins to 39 losses. There's been one tie. So very much, though, looking like Midland will make it 47 wins for Doane and now 40 for the Warriors should this result stand. But just good history, good even battles year in, year out. Last year when these two teams played, Doane did come out on top 24-13.
That game obviously played up in Fremont.
Another 3rd down and long.
Jones on the carry.
And I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, it got a timeout here from Doane.
Other people to thank.
Did see
the ball boys, members of the Doane baseball
Carson
team.
Reimers warming up on the sideline. So this
youngster out of St. Paul, Nebraska might get a. That's why we might have saw that timeout. Allow for your backup quarterback to get some work in here, and why not?
For Doane and Doane Athletics. And a very special thanks to Dr. Andy Faze and the Doane Tiger Pep Band. which is without a doubt.
Well, with 1:24 to go, timeout on the field. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and wrap things up here in Crete.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today. Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help.
Fourth down here for the Warriors. They're going to go for it. And
boy, he's right there.
A lot closer than it looked like it was going to be.
Close to first down tackle by Doane Wiggins.
If he's short, he's only a half a yard short. This might call for a measurement.
They do say turnover on downs.
Okay.
Tigers at the 25.
Reimers at quarterback. Sophomore out of St. Paul.
6'4", 205 pounds.
Big kid.
Like you said, why not give the young man a drive, see what he can do. Steps up, and he decides to tuck it and run.
Ouch.
Takes a hard hit.
I think he made the correct decision, though. Defense was collapsing in on him. Pretty good coverage on the back end, something we haven't talked a lot about, but man, these defenders, the cornerbacks and safeties, doing a really nice job communicating throughout for this Warrior defense.
And he lets this one rip a little bit behind Lambert.
Oh, and Lambert looks like he got nicked up there, but he did come free in the middle of that zone defense.
You're seeing, too, just tough for these receivers to separate.
A
lot of good coverage downfield by Midland.
How's Martinson? Real good coverage throughout. Kingsland, excuse me there, number 1 here at the bottom of your screen. Yeah, and just those corners and safeties all being on the same page.
That one nearly picked off. That was going for 6 had Kingsland hauled that one in.
Oh, that's what he was thinking there. He had it. Oh, man, he's hitting himself on the helmet.
Another look courtesy of Beatrice Community Hospital.
And look at all the ground that ball had to carry, and had a little wiggle to it.
4th and 2
and that gave Kingsland a little bit of time to make that break on the ball.
And that one is intercepted.
Taver
Thornborough.
Interception, number 11.
Thornborough doing the correct thing. They're just going down, not going for the return, getting the offense back out on the field, just securing the victory.
Well, expect to see the Warriors kneel on it here to put this one officially to bed. Been a game where the Warriors were able to establish the ground game.
1st and 10 Warriors at midfield.
Find the end zone a couple times and ultimately come out of here with a victory.
Hard-fought victory. Doane didn't just give this one away. Defense hung in there, created turnovers. I mentioned it a little earlier, just offense had a tough day at the office, and that'll happen from time to time.
Final score will be Midland 20. Doane 6.
So clock winding down, that will officially do it. Your final score here at Al Papik Field, Midland 20, Doane 6. The Warriors improved to 3-0. The Tigers dropped to 1-1. Stay with us here on News Channel Nebraska. We'll come back with our post-game show. We'll get head coach Chris Bessler's thoughts and also talk to a Tiger top performer. We'll be back.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Kin's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Kin and Carry are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Kin's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service, because Kin's You Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Kin's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
The Labor Day savings event is going on now at Schaefer's. Take advantage of store-wide savings, interest-free financing, and special Labor Day cashback rebates. Right now, save on Whirlpool and Maytag appliances with up to $500 in rebates. Plus, when you update your kitchen appliances with new energy-efficient Whirlpool or Maytag models, you can take up to 18 months to pay interest-free. Hurry in for the Labor Day savings event going on now at Schaefer's, 48th and R, Lincoln.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
To your auto partner. There is no house divided when you choose Woodhouse. 18 brands, one team, a winning experience every time.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
Exciting news from Eye Care Associates of Columbus. We are now working together with clinics in Norfolk and Grand Island to form Unity Eye Centers. Yes, it's a new name, but what does it mean for you? Joining together allows us to deliver and share state-of-the-art technology and provide a higher level of care for every patient. Best of all, it's still the same owners and you'll see the same welcoming faces. At Unity Eye Centers, we want to continue to be your eye doctor of choice. Come see the difference that quality eye care can deliver.
As the world keeps changing, so is the way to purchase a new car. Across the nation, there are lengthy delays with new vehicle requests and many being built to order. At Zollner Ford of Beatrice, we're making it easy. With our new Save a Spot program, you can be one of the first in line. We've got a seamless pre-order process that guarantees your reservation is secure and in the queue. And our sales professionals will keep you updated every step of the way on the status of your vehicle. Come reserve yours today. Zollner Ford of Beatrice. As the world keeps changing, so is the way to purchase a new car.
And welcome back here. Your final 20-6 Midland getting the victory over Doane. Let's take a look at our top plays of the game. Brought to you by Currency. NAIA football, Nebraska rivals collide as Doane hosts Midland on a Saturday afternoon in Crete. A Rivalry that spanned over 100 years. This is meeting number 88 between the two programs. Scoring got started off early in the first quarter, and it's kicker extraordinaire Kellen Myers. Count all 54 of those for the freshman, splitting the uprights, putting the Tigers up 3-0 early on in this one. Special teams a common theme. Midland answers back. At the end of the first, Jared Quinones puts a 21-yarder through the uprights. We're tied 3-3 heading into the second. Look at this defense. Interception by Dante Wiggins III, jumping the passing route, putting the Tigers in a great position. Unfortunately for Doane, they were unable to capitalize on that interception. Instead, Midland gets the ball back, and Quinones splits the uprights again, this time from 43 yards out to put the Warriors up 6-3. Here in this one, that would be your score. Right before halftime, though, we have a fumble forced there by the Warriors. Nice tackle made by Uedi Mo. And the defense leads to good offense. You have the quarterback, River Walker, on the sneak, punching it in, making it 13-3 right before the halftime break. That would be your score going into half. Now Walker finds the end zone again, this time from 3 yards out, and that makes it 20-6. Now Doane does have 6 points because Meyer did convert on another field goal from about 30 yards out in the third. Doane trying to put more points on the board, get back into it, unable to do so. You have the interception there by Utah native Trevor Zimba for the Warriors, and your final score in this one turns out to be 20-6. Midland with the victory. They improve to 3-0. Doane drops to 1-1. And again, those top plays brought to you thanks to Currency, making financing quick, easy, and secure for machinery, ag equipment, and more. You can find out more by visiting gocurrency.com. Well, Andy is wrangling up Coach Chris Bessler as well as our Tiger top performer. We'll take another quick break and return here to Al Papik Field to wrap things up. Stay with us.
You're watching Doane Tigers football on News Channel Nebraska. The post-game show is brought to you by Ken's You Safe Pharmacy in Crete.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said,
it wasn't. But this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Is it time for something different? Then come out to Crete Ace Hardware, where you can view our selection of Magnum e-bikes with several different models to choose from. Your ride will be a breeze. Or maybe an IMAX scooter is more your style. And you can spice up your cookout with our large inventory of grills and smokers, from classic brands like Traeger and Weber to harder to find brands like Green Egg. Let our outstanding customer service find the right fit for you. Try something different at Crete Ace Hardware, located at 1025 Main Avenue, Crete, Nebraska.
Welcome back. Andy Klassen has Chris Bessler standing by, so let's check in now with him for our coach's post-game interview.
Thank you, Brandon. Here with head coach Chris Bessler. Coach, you talked to your team and you talked about how this was a real physical game, and you can't let this type of a loss at home to Midland beat you twice. What did you mean by that?
Well, we're going into our bye week here, and you can't let one game beat you twice. You can't let your jobbers get down. We've got to get better from this, and that's what I meant.
And it was a real spirited effort, especially from your defense, causing turnovers, flying all around the ball. What did you see from those guys in particular?
Yeah, we did. We caused, 4 turnovers, I think. We had some other opportunities. We struggled in the run game, stopping the run game. So that's definitely something that we need to address defensively. But we did create the turnovers that we needed. We just didn't do anything with them.
And then offensively, it's kind of tough sledding, but what did you see from your offense? I know you're heavily involved with the defense, but it's just kind of looked to me like they just never quite got on track.
No, we just didn't have rhythm. We didn't get into rhythm today. Part of that's what Midland did, but part of it's what we did. There's no question that we need to get better, and that's going to be the focus here in the next 2 weeks.
And what can you tell me about the Tiger top performer for this afternoon, Doane Wiggins III, doing a little bit of everything for you guys, averaging almost 10 yards per carry on the offensive side. Key takeaway, interception early in the first half for you guys as well.
Yeah, Doane does it all for us. He has for ever since he's been here. This year we're playing him on the offensive side a little bit more. It looks like we need to play him a little bit more there if he's averaging 10 yards a game, 10 yards a carry. But great kid, hard worker, very, very bright. Does a great job at everything he does.
Coach, thank you for your time.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, let's bring in our Tiger top performer, Doane Wiggins III, averaging almost 10 yards per tote on the offensive side. What's that like, being a multiple-year starter on the defensive side, now getting your shot on the offensive side as well?
Honestly, I'm just trying to help the team win. That's why I came back for my 5th year, I want to go all the way and trying to ask Coach what I could do to help that. So being on both sides of the ball, I think that's, we can really get something going. Offensive guys and defensive guys will all work together. So really excited about this year.
Now take me back to that offensive first interception you had there. You looked like you were just playing center field, and you kind of caught the quarterback by surprise there.
Yeah, we were taught to just bait him. Been 3 years, just make sure you're watching film over and over, know what routes they like to do, and then take it away when you get the opportunity, make the most of it.
Kind of expand on that for me a little bit. We always mention that you guys are an opportunistic group on the defensive side of the ball. 4 takeaways today. What was working for you guys? You got put in a couple tough spots, but all in all, you had a heck of an overall performance.
We just got to capitalize, continue to capitalize on it. Like I said, you make the most out of opportunities you get. We could have had way more than the 4 turnovers that we had, but I'm pretty good. We got a bye week coming up and ready to go for Dordt coming up.
Now you're going to get the week break. How big is that going to be for you guys, do you think, in your mind? You mentioned how it was a real physical game out there against the Warriors today of Midland. This might give you a nice opportunity to kind of recoup, get everybody right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be even more a physical game for Dordt. We know that this is a good chance to get all our guys to get healthy, watch film, learn from our mistakes, and then come back ready to go.
Doane, congratulations on a heck of a performance. Good luck next week.
All right, thank you.
All right, Brandon, let's send it back to you in the booth to wrap this one up.
Thank you, Andy. And again, congratulations to Doane Wiggins III being our Tiger top performer, which is presented by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, where they are your healing destination. So 20-6 is your final here in Crete. Midland improves to a perfect 3-0. Doane drops to 1-1 on the season. And as a reminder, we have more college football coming your way tonight. Wayne State hosting Northern State. Our live coverage begins at 5:50 Central. So just a short break, about hour and 50 minutes, and we'll be live again with more college football here on NCN. Looking ahead to next week, we have Wayne State versus Peru State volleyball, an online-only contest on Tuesday, and then Thursday and Friday we're back into football. We have Lincoln Northeast versus Lincoln East on Thursday. We have Fremont versus Norfolk also on Thursday. Depending on where you live in the state, you'll get one of those 2 games. And then on Friday, Grand Island playing Lincoln High and Creighton versus Wausau. So we have all of those games listed on newschannelnebraska.com. Follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports, and you'll know exactly what games we're covering and when and how you can watch. Special thanks to our terrific camera crew battling with the elements here today. Also for special thanks to Tyler Lechner in the truck. For Andy Klassen, I am Brandon Axemet. Stay tuned for more college football. Wayne State coming your way shortly here on News Channel Nebraska.